Aha. And then we minimize this. Glasses back on. We're saying, yeah, that's cool. That's good. That's cool. Hello, everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. It's Wednesday for me. I'm back. I'm fresh off a couple of days off. Something feels different and I can't quite put my finger on it. How you guys doing? Happy patch week, by the way. We had a patch day yesterday. That happened. Oh, my acorns. It occurred to me that the phrasing of the poll was a little bit unfair because I have some hair. It's just not a whole lot of it. But for the sake of the poll, if I had written the same hair or, minimal but still existing hair, I feel like that would have been too leading. Earrings are so cute. Why, thank you. I only put on the earrings on this side because I kind of liked it being asymmetrical, and also I figure I'm always looking this way, so who's ever gonna know unless I tell you? Why, thank you. I feel comfy. I feel light. I feel pretty free. It's hard to explain how much easier this is for me in my life, and I'm really glad I did it because I was pretty nervous for a couple of days, or not nervous, but just like stressed, anxious. I was literally, this is extra for hair, but I was waking up in the middle of the night thinking about it, and I realized I just had to take it off. It had to go. It had bad juju. It was not serving me or serving its purpose any longer, and I wanted to get rid of it, so I did. I'm gonna go mess around in the Primalist future and see if I can figure out why we do such things. I did it yesterday, and I got like some supplies and whatever, gold, supplies. I know there's a chance. I guess what I am doing is I guess I'm grinding the current season stuff because I want to buy that Hornstrider mount. I want that ground mount that they have. Hemset, thank you very much for the bids. Nice haircut. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna try not to talk about it all day, but it's gonna be hard because it's a big thing that I've changed that I like a lot, and you know me, I can't. I'm all about the big new thing. Plus, the only thing that's ever really very consistent about my hair is that I change it constantly. So this will be great because it's gonna change itself. I don't have to keep changing it. It's just gonna grow, and it'll look different every like third week because my hair typically, unless it decides to change its mind, typically it grows pretty fast. So I can I'm curious to see what it looks like and what the texture's like as it grows out. And then if at any point I just hate it, I can always just take it back down to this. I just bought myself a pair of clippers. It's not like I have to make an appointment to go anywhere, so I'm happy. Gift card order, thank you for the 26-month resub. Love the hair. It's perfect. Oh, thank you. You know what I appreciated this morning is it's really nice and easy to get ready because I can't do it wrong. I cannot style this hair with poor skill. I can't put it's never going to be in my face. It's never going to be doing anything I don't expect because it can't. It's in timeout. I have forbidden it from being messy because it simply is not capable of such a thing, which I appreciate, and it's working right now. Doesn't it feel great to rub it? Don't know what it is about a buzz cut, but it's a good feeling when touching it. It's being able to just kind of like get it wet in the shower and then just kind of like dry my head with a towel and then have it be dry. Like I showered this morning and I washed my hair and it's dry now. And never in my 30 years of life, I guess maybe when I was a baby, but never in the last 28 years of my life have I been able to do such a thing. And I didn't realize what I was missing until just now. Convinced my head looks like my 2-year-old pic will look like a blockhead. I thought that I had a funny shaped head too. And I did a lot of reading of various articles and threads and videos and whatever of people talking about this mostly for women, because I think that when men want their hair this short, they just kind of do it and then it's like a Wednesday. But a lot of people said, oh, I would love to do that, but my head's funny. Or I have a weird shaped head and it's not going to look very good. I kind of thought I was going to look like a thumb. I figured I didn't have enough prominence in the back of my head and that it would just kind of look like my neck kept going straight up. And then I cut it all off and I'm like, oh, hey, this is fine. I think I look nice. I didn't expect that. I didn't really need to look nice. I don't think that was really... If I had been doing it because I thought it would make me look better, I don't think I would have done it because that's a risky risky move, but I had kind of, I was feeling a little bit over looking good, and I just kind of wanted to live a little, make things a little easier on myself and do something that was genuinely for me. Because when I'm just like, you know, doing anything in my life, I can almost never see my hair. It's like the tattoo I have on my back, you know, it's nice, but like I forget about it most of the time. And I figured if it was going to make my life easier. But, yeah, I cut my hair very short, and then I was like, oh, I like my head. It's got all the normal head parts. Plus, I watched what I feel like is every single video on the internet of women buzzing their hair very short. And I don't think a single one of them looked bad when they were done. I could not find a single video. There were people of different body types. There were people of different face types. There's every last type of person doing this. And I thought they all looked great. So I think I'm not saying that you should do this if you don't want to, by all means. Don't let me bald you out against your will. But if you want to do it, I would encourage you to at least continue considering it, because I'm glad I did it. And that's one case study in favor of take a break from hair. You know, it doesn't have to be forever. If it grows back out and I like it again at any particular length, I can certainly do that. But for the moment, right now, now you can do a neck tattoo. Eyebrow, no eyebrow tattoos. I don't think I ever want to do cosmetic makeup tattoos because, oh boy, here we go with the Primalist monster again. I don't think I want to do cosmetic makeup tattoos just because makeup trends change, and I'd hate to be stuck with a particular kind of, eyebrow or eyeliner or whatever, and then later on want to do something different. You know, I wear my eyebrows very differently than I did back in 2008, because eyebrows are pretty different. And if I had committed in 2008 to, I mean, I know it sometimes can fade or whatever, be temporary, but sometimes it's not. I've read stories from people that had cosmetic tattoos they were told would only last for like 2 to 5 years that are not going away ever. So you don't know. I'm good. Nose ring, lip ring. I put in a turtle earring. I don't think I'm gonna completely change my whole style. I think that if I wanted to work on my style, I think that the look would be comfortable tech employee with too much money and no time to shop. Never thought Hazel would shave the hair before Asmongold. I mean, he probably doesn't want to shave his hair, otherwise he would have done it. Primal Storm Tier 2 vendor has moved. They moved it. I did it myself. I didn't go to a barber. I thought about going to a barber, but first of all, you know me. I hate going outside to doing new things and speaking to people I've never met before. But also, I wanted to be able to kind of manage my hair more cost effectively. I didn't really want to be spending a lot of money, or any money really, on not only just the haircut and the tip, but like even the gas to get there. I figured I spent $25 and I got myself a nice set of clippers and different combs of different lengths. And, all right, so these guys we gotta kill. And I wanna, even if I like do it again myself, or if I'm like trying to shape it up myself and I don't do a super good job, the thing is it grows so fast that I can practice, right? Like I can give myself 10 bad haircuts and then it'll have been six months. And then maybe in the second half of that year, it starts to look better because I get better at it. And then I can save myself like the next 60 years worth of barbershop or, hair salon money. It also means that I don't necessarily have to buy so many styling products anymore. I cleaned out my bathroom and my bathroom shelves and stuff. And I thought I was just going to save like, I don't know, 6 square inches in one of I have a little basket that I keep in the bathroom with different like skincare stuff. And I thought I was just going to save, a couple of inches because I was going to put away the curl cream plus the styling gel plus the heat protectant spray. And then I thought there was one more. There might have been 4. Anyways, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be able to put those 4 bottles away and or, maybe get rid of, a few of them that are about old. Fun fact, cosmetic and beauty products generally will have a little icon somewhere on them, very tiny, that looks like an open jar. And it'll have a number on it that tells you how long you're supposed to be able to use it, how long it's good for once it's been opened. Some of them will say 12 months, some of them will say 6 months, some say 3 months. I've seen up to 24 months. Some things can last for a couple of years. But I usually don't finish things within that time. So whenever I'm decluttering, like a bathroom, I always look for that. If I need an extra excuse of, oh, why should I get rid of this particular thing? If I look at it and I'm like, oh, this has been expired since 2012, it's a good time to do it. But anyways, I was going through the drawers and I realized not only am I putting away, you know, the hairstyling products, I don't need a hairbrush. I don't need a hair comb. I don't need a styling comb. I don't need a curl styling brush. I don't need a headband. I don't need a shower cap. I don't need headbands for when I'm running. I don't need I don't need a bonnet for when I'm sleeping. I had a lot of stuff that was just for managing my hair, and that's fine. It's just, I am enjoying being able to find my floss more easily because it's not competing for space with like a hairbrush and 3 combs. Goodness, love the look. Oh, thanks, honey bun. Looking clean. How many hair-related jobs has Hazel just destroyed? I've only seen my hairstylist the one time, the one that gave me my last haircut. I liked her very much, but I don't think her business is depending on me. It's every podcast ad for Stitch Fix. Dying breed this year. I forgot about the layups. I'm sorry, that was a bit insensitive of me. The profession weekly items, check on the middle left. That is from Tama's Dragonflight Helper. Yes. What's with that? Mom doesn't seem to die. It has what I think scientifically they describe as a bajillion health. Sometimes, the last time I came out here yesterday, the reason it was staying up for so long was because the ad phase, nobody was on the Aegis mobs, and those are the ones that are actually channeling the Invuln shield. So a lot of people were just sitting here still fighting the invulnerable, Mr. Ice Cream Cake over here. And that doesn't get you anywhere. You have to get on the ads during the ad phase. I did not put my hair in my compost bin. While it is I'm sure biodegradable item, city ordinances actually, it's one of those things. You're not supposed to put hair, any bodily fluids, any, pet bodily fluids or waste, and then also dryer lint in like vacuum dust, not for compost. So I did not. Morning hair no longer an issue too. Mm-hmm. And there was one more thing that I think may be specific to me. I don't think this would necessarily be a problem for everybody, but just with me and the way I am and the way my body is and the way that I had been maintaining my curly hair, because I had been doing pretty good. I had that last batch of hair, so to speak, was uncolored. I had not been using heat tools on it. It was pretty healthy. It was curling nicely. It was doing fine. I actually had a really good hair day the day that I chopped it all off. However, one of the things that I did in order to help make it easier to style and live with was I didn't get it wet every day. I would wear a shower cap when I went in the shower to keep my hair dry while I was cleaning the rest of myself, and then I would really only wash it on like a wash day, and I would just keep it dry the rest of the time. And I wasn't really using like a lot of hair products on my scalp. Maybe I should have been. Maybe that would have helped. I certainly wasn't using dry shampoo or anything anymore. But I had a really, 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 really dry, itchy scalp to the point that it was like inflamed and painful. I know I've had some chemical burns in my scalp from times in my life when I've colored my hair on my own and left bleach on too long. I have one on the base of my head that will never go away. Be careful if you're lightening your hair, folks. But I knew my scalp was bad because my hair was often itchy even when it was clean. Even if I'd done like the clarifying shampoo and done the masks and everything, I would get it really clean and it would still be itchy. And it wasn't just like a normal dandruff thing. And I don't know if I can attribute it to this, but my running theory right now is just that it was keeping it physically dry for too long, and your curly hair is kind of like a bit of a sponge. So I think my hair was keeping my scalp too dry. Plus, I wasn't letting it get physically wet in the first place. So now with my hair this short, I can actually put moisturizer directly on it, and then I can just kind of shower normally and let my head get wet, and it already feels a little bit better. But in the days before I shaved off my hair, I was thinking to myself, you know, it has to go. It feels wrong on my head. My hair is itchy. I'm uncomfortable. I don't like it anymore. And I thought it was like a psychosomatic thing of I wanted to cut my hair. And then I cut my hair and I could feel the clipper guards on my scalp. And I'm like, oh no, my scalp's just not okay. Oops. I genuinely hadn't really considered that as a problem before. Scalp skin, yeah. Useful as a powerful oil absorber. They use it to help contain and clean up oil spills. I don't explain a lot. My head needed a little bit extra oil. It was really, really dry. I did not get new glasses, although I kind of want to now. I mean, I need new glasses anyways because this prescription is no longer strong enough for my screen deteriorated vision. Oh, that's not fair. Maybe it's genetic, but it's no longer strong enough for my vision. And also, these glasses have been through a lot, and I appreciate that about them, but they're a little bit scratched. I just need a new set. And I was thinking about looking for a different style when I eventually go in and get some new glasses, which I should maybe this month. I think cosmetically wanting new glasses just for vanity's sake might be the thing that finally persuades me to find an optometrist and make an appointment. Although I think sometimes you can just walk in, but I don't know. I'll call around. Yes, who am I kidding? I'm not going to call around. I'm going to Google around until I can find somebody that I can make an appointment with, preferably online. But if I have to call, then I will call them already having known the contents of the top 200 Google reviews of said optometrist. Good morning, good evening. Good morning, good evening. Separate pair of glasses just for computer use. Lean towards shaving it all as well, if that actually helps. I'm sure there are ways to care for and fix this problem that are less drastic, especially if you do not want to cut your hair. Hair's really personal and can mean different things to different people or different things to one person at different points in their life. So I wouldn't just say blanket get rid of it by default. I'm not anti-hair. I don't think. But it seems like it'll make it easier for me to address it, and I miss having a head that just kind of feels nice. The one thing I will say about having my hair this particular length, and maybe some of you that buzz your hair can help me with this, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be so cozy. If I get chilly, I'm just going to put on a nice warm hat, and then I'm going to be all cozy and warm. And I was wearing my beanie, and my hair is so short, and it's quite stiff at this length, that whenever I put a hat on, it's like pulling the ends of my hair and pushing them back into my head, and I was getting compression headaches from it. And I thought, well, that's just unfair. I removed my hair so that I wouldn't have to deal with problems like this anymore. I'm cranky. I think that if it grows out like another week or so, it will both soften up and also get to a length where it can bend a little bit more, and then that won't be such a problem. It's the size of the hat, but it's a nice, fluffy, big, comfy, it's like not a tight hat at all. I was reading about people saying, oh, your hat's too tight. And I promise, I mean, it must be if it's giving me headaches, but like even really, really light pressure was doing it. And I was upset by this. My headphones were also doing it. I was wearing my headphones and I was doing keys last night, and I got a really gnarly headache from what I think was my headphone band pushing the hair back into my head. So maybe I'm just really sensitive right now. I wanted to open up my cash. What did I get? A couple Essences of the Storm, some supplies, 93 gold. I don't know. I could have made more gold than that just doing anything else. Let's go back to Voldraken. Stretch the headgear before putting it on. That'll go away after a few days. Takes about 3 weeks. Okay. Slow chats, it's almost like a snood. Awkward length where the hair is so short it's stiff. Conditioner is still valid for very short hair. Mm-hmm. I definitely am still conditioning. Washing and conditioning. It feels nice though. I knew I had gray hair. I had more of it than I thought. I'm a little salt and pepper up in here. If you took a photo of me and it was just my very shortly shaven, newly sheared scalp, and then you asked, like, I don't know, college students in a cheap YouTube video to guess the age of the person, I think they would probably guess quite high because I have a substantial amount of little grades in here. That's fine. I don't mind them. I don't really want to color it. That is one thing that people like to do is if you buzz your hair, you can still like lighten and color and dye it, and then if you don't like it, give it a month, shave it off again, and then it's virgin hair and it's so short that you can change it pretty frequently without worrying about like stacking up repetitive lightning damage in your hair. Having said that, I don't want to do it. I don't want to mess with really anything. I'm content to just kind of have it be like this, and then not worry about it. I wanted to check on my auctions and see if I was rich yet. That's what. Hoodie's a little looser. Your hair gets caught, pulls your scalp when you're putting it on. I would put it on, and then I would put my hands underneath it, and then I'd go and try and like smooth it down so it lays flat. And that helped a little bit. Next level, shaving in patterns, making art out of it. You did it. Congrats. Why, thank you. Try something loose, blanket or scarf. I found that I'm not actually as cold as I was led to believe I was going to be. I don't get me wrong. I still want to put on a hat if I'm going outside in like the winter, which it is currently winter. But I haven't been freezing more than usual. If anything, I found that when I did put a hat on, my head heated up way faster, which is weird. You'd think that hair would be insulating. Maybe it is. I don't know. What was I doing? I was checking on my auctions. That's right. But yeah, maybe I'll experiment with more headgear, and maybe I'll just wear it like I'm sure like another few days and I can start wearing hats again. But I don't really feel a strong need to wear a hat. I was wondering if I would feel like I wanted to cover it up. And I'm kind of good. I feel cool. I feel good. Top of your head is flatter than mine. Turn the stream on, went to the other room, didn't even notice. Did you get anything from the Vault of Disappointment, and have you tiered any gear? Oh yeah, I have to give you guys a tour. I have to give you guys a tour of how absolutely sick I am now. Hang on. I was canceling some stuff, I'll post it. Some sharp-eyed viewers may have already noticed. Out of my vault, I will never stop hair flips. I got myself the Heroic Evoker staff. It's item level 411. It drops off of Heroic Broodmaster Diurna. I was never going to get one the normal way because we have an actual DPS evoker in our raid that would have been ahead of me in line. Plus, she doesn't drop gear for me. Just as a day-to-day, every day she wakes up and she says, I will not drop anything for Hazel. I will not drop anything for Hazel. So it doesn't really matter anyways. But I don't need her anymore because I got that staff out of my vault. So I have been having a wonderful time lasering down people, getting into trouble into queues because I'm using my laser instead of healing people. And then sometimes I'm out herbing and I land on top of a bear and the bear goes, and then I go, get smoked by the light of creation. Literally the light of well, what is it called? Here, I need a target dummy. I'll show you the animation and stuff. No fair, give me that. Banish them to the Shadow Realm. I have a target dummy, I'm sure. Null targeting barrel, sure. What do you mean I'm in the wrong zone? Outdoors in Coltyrus and Zandalar? That's rude. Love Fool. Can't go wrong with Love Fool. Meow. Anyways, it's a 3-minute cooldown, so look carefully if you wanted to. Here, we'll stand on this side of it. Yeah, light of creation. You're literally melting them with the light of creation. It does... Well, right now it says I'm doing 282,000 arcane damage over time. Benefits from mastery. The tooltip said 300k earlier. I wonder if it's because I was in a key and I had like all of my consumables on. That might have done it. Mini version of the Heart of Azeroth ability. No, I don't think you need to have killed her to get it out of vault. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think so. I had killed her though. So that was my vault loot. And then I took my first spark. And I had Flabby craft me a 418 Signet of Titanic Insight. It inspired the first try. Thank you very much. So crit mastery socket, that's good. I had before a 372 from Mythic Zero Uldaman with a socket that did not even have my best stats. And I could not, all right. I had not done the Cobalt assembly out of sheer stubbornness and mule-headedness. Mulishness. So until yesterday, I had been walking around with this 372 ring. So I crafted myself a 418. I went up like 50 item levels on my ring, approximately. And then the creation catalyst opened up. So I took myself a piece of loot that I had banked, actually. A few weeks ago, I took a 415 helmet out of vault with the intent of catalyzing it later. And then I replaced that. So I used to have a 390 or something, or... I don't know, I had like a normal helmet, I think, a normal tier helm. And now it is better. It is 415. So I am up to item level 408 Feeling pretty good about that, and that's important because this week I guess I need to spend more time getting used to keys. I healed a couple keys last night, and I decided they are hard. I did a Nakud 19, and I was not a happy camper in there. It was spicy and exciting, and it was difficult. We two-chested an SPG 16. That was fun. We smoked it with like 15 minutes left on the timer. I'm doing more damage now that I can just whip out like an extra 300k every couple minutes. Looks so bad. Thank you for the 2-month resub. New hair, new Hazel though. Bet the cat wasn't too happy after the cut. You know, I don't think that she knows. She wasn't happy that I wouldn't let her in the bathroom while I was cutting it off because I just made a royal mess of my bathroom and then I just went at it with the vacuum and the broom and everything else later. And I didn't want her in the bathroom because I didn't want her to eat any of it while I was cutting my hair. So she wasn't happy about that. But since then, she's blind. She cannot see me. And I tried offering her my head because sometimes she'll like bump my head and I was curious if she would try to like groom me. And she was just like, Mom, you're being weird and otherwise seems fine. Born of the Northern Sea had some bits. Oh, 20 minutes ago I missed him. You look amazing, Hazel. Why, thank you. Loved you in V for Vendetta. I appreciate that. Big moment for my definitely my career and not Natalie Portman. Oh, Jamie Lee. Oh, I missed a bunch of subs earlier. 44-month resub. Happy Twitch anniversary plus 2 days. I've been buzzing my hair for 20 years. Never go back. Thanks, Jamie. Captain Hindsight with a 37-month resub. Used to have very long, thick, curly hair. It was nice when it wasn't in a giant bunny tail. Too much work. Now, if my hair is 2 inches, it's getting trimmed and it's much better. I didn't know there were so many of you that had already done this. I'd say you should have told me to do it, but you can't really just go around telling people to remove their hair. It's a bit rude, especially if they like their hair. Cat loved to lick my head when I had short hair. He was obsessed. Kneel on the floor to avoid the crazy hair going everywhere when you shave your head. Yeah, I guess if I'm going to keep doing this, then I'm probably going to need to... Yeah, you know what? The vacuum did a good job of it. It wasn't that big of a deal. I did close the stopper on the bathroom sink so that I didn't want to clog the sink, and that worked well. Oh man, I'm not going to have to clean long hairs out of the sink or out of the tub anymore. This is the best. Yeah, you want a weekwear called Tama's Dragonflight Helper. It's the thing that's showing me which profession knowledge I still need, but it also has a module that I think I've turned off. It also has a module where it has like a feast timer. You can have it tell you when the feast is, when the siege is. I guess those two things. I don't know if it does the. I would imagine it does not do the Primalist storm thing just yet, but it can do all kinds of different things. Yeah, the weekwear is biz. I'd recommend it to anybody. Well, you were talking about it. I knew it was going to happen. I wish I'd done it a little bit sooner. I think I agonized over it for a little bit too long, and I had a bad couple of days just being stressed about it, and I wish I'd just kind of gone and then moved on with my life. Feels better now. Or not the vacuum brush roll. Just did that a few days ago. Not managing thick curly hair. Congrats on the buzzing. Looks dope. Why, thank you. Avioxocube, thank you very much for the 23-month resub. Hi, wow, happy new hair day. Wondered how long it would take you until you committed. Made level 70 last night. Is it time for your what to do first video? Yeah, there might be new stuff by now. There may be some new stuff. Did you document the buzzing? I took a little bit of video. I'm gonna use it for my member video for this month. I'll put that together. As I was taking it down, I took myself to a couple of different stages. You know, we had a Bieber stage, we had an Ellen stage, we had a Backstreet Boy stage. There was one stage that I actually kind of liked where it was kind of long and floppy up here, and then it was a little bit shorter on the sides, and that looked really cool. I liked that. I might go back to that when it grows back if I decide that it's comfy. But I don't see myself taking it back out much past my chin, though. Maybe not even that far. This is just too fun. Side of head tattoo soon. If you see hair around, you will know who the culprit is. I mean, once I have purged my home of the backlog of dropped hair, if I then see a long hair around that I can reasonably believe is not mine, I would be pretty worried. I don't have a lot of company. And of the people that do visit, there's really only one person that has long hair, and she doesn't really come over here. I go visit her at her place because she is a baby. Whole new range of hair options as it grows back. Zoomer. Oh, because I'm aerodynamic now. I thought you were implying that I looked young, which if so, I mean, that's cool. I was a bit not worried, but I had this idea in my head that that cutting your hair quite short was like a thing for older women, and that if I did it, I would have to admit that I was getting older. And it occurred to me, first of all, hair doesn't have to be in anything, and these days it kind of doesn't. Second of all, I'm getting older whether I want to or not. Third of all, those older women with really short hair are like totally onto something. And they're really onto something. Okay, I don't need to craft anything. I have some world quests I can do. I'm trying to figure out, what am I doing with this patch? I did the world boss yesterday. I did the catalyst. To explain how the catalyst works, you unlock it first with a very short quest that just sends you out there. You'll pick up the quest from Coronos on the top of the Seat of the Aspects. So you go to the top of the tower, pick up a quest, they'll send you out to the catalyst, which is kind of out here-ish, out by Tierhold. You will earn a charge by doing group content, so you can get progress through dungeons. I got my progress done really quickly by doing the world boss for half credit, and then I did a elite world quest out in I did the 4 Imbu quest down here. I imagine that this one, Cobalt Catastrophe, would probably also count. Doing elite group world quest would work. Raid will probably work. Solo shuffle might even work. Anyways, you fill up the bar by doing group content. You get a charge, and that is a charge that is on your account for your main and all of your alts to use. It appears that this time around there is a cap to 6 charges. So on any given character, we are only going to be able to catalyze 6 pieces, which was not the case last time. Last time, eventually, you were able to do as many things as you wanted to. It's still more than enough for getting like your tier set bonus online, but it does mean that you want to be a little bit careful about catalyzing things if you are early in your gear grind and you think that later on you're going to get into catalyzing like bigger stuff. Like, it would be a shame to fill in your shoulder slot with a piece of like LFR shoulders if you later were going to get like Mythic Plus shoulders that you could upgrade with Valor. Or, you know, if you're going to get like heroic or mythic raid shoulders, because you can do 6 things and then I guess you're done. I don't know if they're going to ever open that up more, but that part seemed new. I wanted to do something. I was selling incense. I was talking about the catalyst. I wanted to check on, see if I could have any Valor. That's right. I mentioned Valor upgrading things, because if you catalyze a piece of Mythic Plus gear, either from the vault or from Mythic Plus itself, those items and PvP items also will retain their upgrade paths. So a piece of gear that is catalyzed out of a Mythic Plus gear that was like half upgraded with Valor, that was like maybe 8 of 13 or whatever, you could then put Valor into it to upgrade it further, assuming that you have enough Mythic Plus rating to do that. I am wearing a couple of pieces that are Valor items, and I'm sure I have a little bit of Valor now. Yeah, I just want to see if there's anything I can... this is the barber shop. That's not where I'm going. World boss only 20% now? Bummer. 50 seemed kind of high. Patch world boss, you could do it twice for credit. Oh, holy moly. You can store... Oh, it only stores up to 6 charges? You can use more than 6 if you use them. Oh, okay, then never mind. Don't listen to me. That sounds much better. Not accumulate more than 6, but if you use a charge, you can get more. Okay, that's better. That's cool. Good. Oh, I guess it's just so that if you have alts and they're coming along like way later down the line, they can't just kind of... I mean, they would be kind of limited by how many pieces they have in the first place. Okay. I'm glad that we had this talk before I made like a news video. I'm trying to go to the Valor upgrade person. It's definitely not in the mailbox. Is it in? It's in here, isn't it? I'm still learning my way around town to anywhere that's not the alchemy table. That one I've got pretty much down. There's an item upgrader back here. Hello, excuse me. What would I upgrade? Not that. Not that. Can I upgrade this? No, I need 2400 rating if I want to take things all the way to 415. I have 2387 rating. I have 2387 Mythic Plus points. So I need another 13 points if I want to upgrade to full upgrade capabilities. Yeah, the 47 charges available issue. Razageth gave me 25%. So thought a slightly nervous, don't do it. Mad respect for the bravery. Aw, shucks, thanks. Might as well shoot for 3K. 3K! 3K! My best key, unsurprisingly, Shadowman Burial Grounds. I've done quite a bit of Jade Serpent as well. All of the old ones, with the exception of, I guess, Halls of Valor. Halls of Valor is here in the middle. All of the old ones are my top 3 because I think those are the easiest keys. My worst key is Ruby Life Pools because my best Tyrannical RLP is a 13. And my best Fortified is a 16 over time because nobody does Ruby Life Pools. It's never Ruby Life Pools week. Eventually I'll have to fill that in because I'm sure that's easy points at this point. Azure Vault is the other one. My best Fortified is a 15 over time. So even just timing a 16 of that would help. And then you get into like the Algatharas, 17, 16s. Apparently I don't finish Halls of Valor in time. And my best scores for both of those are overtime. Not much overtime, but still. And then the rest of this is all a little bit better. Okay, so I'm not upgrading the ring because I can't yet. These shoulders, however, those were tier from Vault. I could upgrade them. They're tier and they're like nice item level, so you'd think that I would. But the problem is that they're just not good stats. They're Versa Haste, which are not really my best secondaries. You know what I might do? I have these gloves that are just like crit mastery that I've been kind of upgrading. So I might do that, although, I don't know. This cloak, I'm going to upgrade my cloak. It's crit mastery leech. So I think because of the leech on it, because of the leech plus the perfect secondaries, I'm probably keeping that. So I'm going to just dump some Valor in and get that. Plus, you know, it's got a little bit of int on it. It's like a main stat slot. Plus, I have enough Valor to take it all the way up to 411. Nice. And then we can't take it to 415 anyways, both because I am out of Valor points. And also, I am not 2400, I'm 2387. It's cool, I'm over it. Shortened up the RP for Halls. Halls of Valor is much better now. I wish I could blame the RP on why I wasn't timing Halls. I think the RP was only part of the reason why I wasn't timing Halls. Sitting at 2311, tier Academy is an 11. Nerf most of it by 10%. Okay, that might help. That's more like it. That's better. I suppose I should get the rest of my profession knowledge in my main, maybe? I've heard that you can sometimes get extra sparks. Now that we've done all the Spark quest line, I have like a Spark discovery or whatever, and supposedly killing rares can sometimes get them for you. Supposedly, you can get it from all kinds of stuff. I guess I shouldn't worry too much about it. It's not like there's anything in particular that I want to craft. I was thinking about maybe doing a trinket, although they buffed or like fixed my Void Mender's Shadow Gem. So supposedly it's performing better now because it wasn't working correctly before and they've changed something about it. But I don't like it because it's an on use and I'm whiny. I don't want to press a button. I forget all the time. And sometimes I macroed it into stasis and I feel like only half the time does that macro work. Sometimes it does, so it's not like it universally doesn't work, and I don't know what the difference is. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Live a Ruby Life Pool for one of the whelp shells. Ugh, I don't want a whelp shell. You know why? It's because I don't understand it. And I don't want to learn. I just want a heroic chill globe. I have my heroic Birdkeeper's Promise, and I would take a heroic chill globe and call myself very happy. You know what I should do is here, let's check, let's look at Trinket rankings. Questionably epic. Questionably epic live. Show you guys my screen. Oh, I'm flipped again. All right, trinkets. Hello. So for raid, import your gear with a SimC string. Optional settings. Playstyle is default. What if we're talking like Mythic Plus? Anyways, it says that Broodkeeper's Promise is our #1 trinket. And I have one of those. Whispering Incarnate Icon. Oh, yeah. Oh, I could have had one of these. Or at least I could have had a normal one of these if I had gone to that one normal raid that I took my priest to. And I didn't. I would be super happy with the Chill Globe because Chill Globe is fun. I know it is an on-use, but it's an on-use that gives you mana or does damage, which is way more fun than an on-use that just gives you stats. The other thing I could do is I could craft myself an Alchemist Stone. If I craft myself an Alchemist Stone, then I really don't have an excuse for why I don't use combat potions. Occasionally, every once in a blue moon, I will pop sure the cat's not behind me. I will pop a mana pot during a dungeon if I'm like super if it's really difficult, but I could craft myself that though. Anyway, want the heroic one, then I'll time all the 20s. Should dye my Atlas Pirate's hair a wild color, keep it shaved. I'm kind of having fun with my here, let me take my herb gear off. My evoker and I kind of match. A couple of days ago when I was thinking about cutting my own hair, I gave her a haircut also. And I don't know if I'll keep it on Crinkle and on my old human. I tried out a couple of the different bald hairstyles in game, but I actually really like it on the evoker with the scales that she has in her head. I know that they have really beautiful hair options available. Also, they have she's got like some glowy stuff on there, but I kind of like that. Does the evoker staff put an on-use trinket on mini CD? I don't know. Let me find out. Let me go find something to laser. Sub creation shows what everyone's actually using. Does not always agree completely with Sim. Right, let me poke around. Let me take a look at it. I've heard of that before. Mythic Plus. Okay, so this shows like stats. Interesting. Dungeon ease list based on runs. SBG, shocking. Oh, this is where everybody says S tier. I like how Nakut Offensive abbreviates to just no. Don't go here. No. And then healers, preservation evoker. So there's talents. There's trinkets. So a lot of them are using Incarnate Icon plus Broodkeeper. I mean, Broodkeeper's pretty standard. See, yeah, Chill Glow plus Broodkeepers. That is a perfectly well represented pair of trinkets. There's mine. This is what I have: is Shadow Gem plus Broodkeepers. So that's up there. But people with that are not timing higher than 18s apparently. It jumps to a 22 if you pair it with an Alchemist Stone. This is what I could do. Yeah, maybe I'll do an Alchemist. Well, yeah, maybe I'll do an Alchemist Stone plus Broodkeeper's Promise, because you know what? It would do me a lot of good to force myself to start using combat potions. I mean, it would be expensive, but it's a habit that I could probably stand to get into. Maybe I can just pretend I'm using them for damage, you know? Like if clearly I don't need the extra stats to heal through emergencies. Maybe I would if in higher keys if I got used to when I wanted to use them, but I don't know. Are you in Wowhead? No. I don't think. You cannot move while channeling the laser, and it takes like a second to work up to it too. So it is a risky thing to do if you're in a scary moment where you might need to do some genuine healing. You gotta be a bit careful with it. My reputations, I need a couple more here with the Dragonscale Expedition. I need just one more with Centaur, and then like again a couple more with Veldrakon Accord, and then I'll be like done. Oh, you know what I kind of want to do is I kind of want to just pop myself into just a heroic Halls of Infusion actually. Here, we'll do it. Yeah, we can just queue as both. Heroic Halls of Infusion, because there's 2 dungeon quests, and I want to do them just for rep. I kind of want to get the rest of my reputations on my main, like, finished. Hello, would you like to come up here and sit with me? Hi. Hello. Hi, kitty cat. You want to say hi? Would you like to say hello? Meow, meow, meow. Oh, you're so soft. You're so soft. How are you doing? Oh, Discord. How did I get that skin for the mount? Different places. It's not like an overall skin. It's just I put armor on the Wilderdrake and then put some stuff on them. Oh, website to check out trinket combos. Sub-creation. Icon's not great if you don't also have a tank and DPS in your party raid group with it. Oh, okay. Well, I will cease worrying about that then. Hi, baby. You know who else has really short hair? And my kitty cat. You don't have long hair at all. You've just got like a short little coat. And you look really cute. And then I was thinking, you know who else doesn't really have hair? Is my lizard. It's not like she has a wig on here. You don't need it. You don't need it. I'm going... Oh, hey, Halls of Infusion. Neat. Remove the saddle altogether from the mount. Oh, fancy. Yeah, armor makes a big difference with that one. Hi. Miss Zane, thank you for the 3-month resub. Appreciate it. Never thought you and I would share the same hairstyle. You know what? I got jealous of the ease of maintenance. I wanted that piece of my life back. Gotten in the shower, 1 minute, been like, well, I guess I'm done here. To be fair, I showered pretty quickly before because I would just wear a shower cap. I wouldn't wash my hair every shower. So it was really quite fast to just kind of soap up and then get in and out. But it's nice being able to have it dry really quickly. Plus, I never have to feel like I've sat down to stream and gone, well, my hair is not 100% this stream. My hair is always going to be, at least as long as it's this length, 100% of wherever it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be everybody's cup of tea, but that's okay. That's why I'm not rampaging through the wilderness with like a wall shaver, de-hairing everybody else. You don't have to let me change yours. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. That was one thing I didn't really want. It's a bit unreasonable to expect any response or lack of response from the internet because it's the internet. But I didn't want anybody to think that just because I'd had a haircut that I wasn't doing well. Because it's like a bit of a strange stigma about women cutting their hair. You know, like if Joe Bob from accounting showed up with his haircut on a Thursday, you'd just be like, yo, what's up, Joe? Looking good. You wouldn't be like, I hope everything's okay at home with Joe. Extremely long because I hate getting my hair cut. Makes me want to shave my head. Plus I have curly hair. Hate it when it grows out. Oh, our tank's gone. Well, that's okay. Who needs tanks? Well, me probably. I should see what I can do here. Not going full Britney Spears. There may be several differences between Britney and myself. Mostly I can't dance. Whoa. Well, I can't dance traditionally. I dance exceedingly well in my kitchen while cooking things to music that I like if you have no standards for what... If the standard is having fun, then I am a brilliant dancer. 300 is no need for a tank. Turn on taunt. I just want to know who I should bond with my Trinket. I have a Broodkeeper's Promise. My weak Aura is yelling at me to bond somebody. Guarm? Can I bond a pet? Oh, I'm not allowed to bond a pet. Yeah, I'm here because of the dungeon quest. I have both of them on me already. That's why I keyed up for it. Bond the Hunter. Probably better at WoW than Brittany. Maybe Brittany needs a WoW phase. I mean, Brittany probably needs people to stop telling her what she needs. But you know, it's hard to go wrong with the WoW phase. Love it, work for Wall. So yeah, Wall. I don't have a sponsorship with them, but and I don't think they sponsor people. But if they wanted to start, I think they should sponsor me and exclusively me. Is that a Coltier Hunter? Yes, it is. We have a Night Elf, Coltier, and a Dark Iron Dwarf Hunter walk into a bar, and the barkeeper says, "Yo, get Guarm out of here. This is a family place." Haircuts and social signals. I think that I'm unlikely to notice any differences because I don't enter social spaces. If I go outdoors, I'm like buying groceries with headphones in. I am out for a walk visiting local neighborhood cats. I'm weird. People don't talk to me. I don't give off very approachable. I didn't give off approachable vibes before when I had hair. I don't think I'm going to be very approachable now. I don't go to parties. I don't go to bars. I barely go to like thrifties. You need a monk. So you have all the shades of green class colors. Maybe I'm just gonna like do some damage here. I'm gonna. I love the stuff. But I think it would be perfectly. I think we're all right. Rosalie, there we go. They lust. They did lust. That is true. That's okay. It's a heroic. We'll be in and out of here in no time. I'm not too worried about it. I don't have my hair in my face anymore. I don't have to tie it back when I'm cooking anything anymore. Oh, you know what was the best? I went for a run and then I just kind of got home and like jumped in the shower and then I just kind of got dressed and like went about my day. I wasn't wondering about like, well, okay, I have 90 minutes free here so I can do my wash dry here. But if you're going to, I just kind of went for a run. It was the best. Also, it's possible that I was faster. It's not really, but I felt faster. Something nice about wearing a beanie outside with freshly buzzed head. Did Kira notice? No, and I'm a little offended. I don't think she knows, and I want her to tell me the one opinion that I actually care about is I want to know if my cat likes it, and she just sleeps on my lap and doesn't say anything. I guess I'll assume that she does. I've offered her my head several times because I figured she would notice, because in the past she would like, you know, head bump my head, or she would even try to lick my hair, which I had to stop her from because she would eat it, but she used to interact with my head, and she just hasn't been in the mood. You know, she hasn't been struck by the mood for it yet, I suppose. Am I gonna make a haircut command? I thought about it, but then I couldn't figure out what the answer is. You know, like if I have like a useful weak aura on screen and then people go, what's that weak aura? Then the command says it does this, and here's a link. What am I gonna do? Link to a pair of clippers? All she wants is to drink shower water. Yeah, she might not. I'm sure she doesn't see it. She doesn't see walls that are right in front of her. She walked right into them. Do you remember what size? Not completely buzzed, but still some. Yeah, I took myself down. I mean, I did it in stages. I took it down longer first, and then I kind of kept shaving it until I felt like I was done. This is a 2. This is a 2. And then I was gonna go lower on the sides, but then I kind of got tired of cutting my hair, and I figured I would just leave it for now. But I took myself down to a number 2 length on the clippers. Shaved heads boss. Did you make a video? I filmed a little bit. I'll do that for member video. There's a couple of fun in between hair stages that I enjoyed. Doesn't like it and tries to skip the subject out of politeness. Perhaps. Yeah, that could be it. I think she still loves me, and that's the important thing. Family said anything? Yeah. I texted a photo to my mom because I was telling her about it. She came over for dinner the night before I did it, and I was telling her about it. And she seemed apprehensive, but she has hair that's basically this short, so she can't talk. She can't tell me that I need to have long hair when she doesn't even have long hair. She just thinks it's funny that I don't want to pay for haircuts, because apparently my sister's the same way. She has longer hair, but she also cuts her own hair because she also doesn't want to pay for haircuts. Yeah, I sent a photo to her, and then when I was talking to my sister about it, she just said she was jealous because she works in an office where I'm sure you're allowed to cut your hair, but it could potentially be a bit of a make some waves, I guess, in her workplace, or at least that's what she said. But she's got a new baby. Well, I guess not that new of a baby. My nephew's 10 months now. He's standing up and everything. But she's got a young child, and she's not feeling super excited about spending time on her hair right now. Frogs are evil, and I hate them. DIY is best. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I did like going to the salon, especially back when I would go see Brit. That was fun. I liked going to go see Brit. Don't get me wrong, expensive. Haircuts can be very pricey, especially when you're getting like a bunch of stuff done. Not overpriced, just expensive. But and I liked the woman that I went to go see last time also. She did a great job on my hair, and I enjoyed my time spent there. At least once I went there when I actually had an appointment, and not the one time I went there when I thought I had an appointment, but I didn't have an appointment, because that was awkward. But I don't know, I figure it's gonna save a reasonable amount of money over the course of my lifetime to not have to go do that. So and if I don't feel like I really need it, there's other ways that I can engage in, like, you know, self-care that make more sense to me at this point in my life. Because for some people, and at some points in your life, like the hair chores, you know, feel like self-care. It feels like you're doing something for you and you're spending some quiet quality time with yourself. And working in your hair can be kind of meditative, especially if you're braiding it. That can be calming and relaxing. But lots of things are calming and relaxing. And I wanted to break from that particular category. I figured, just get a coloring book. Clipper paid for itself, presumably. Oh, easily. Yeah, I cut my hair. I am not joining the military. I am not changing anything else, really. I might get new glasses, I don't know. But I have much shorter hair now. That's all. Tired Dungeon Mythic Plus is gonna be agony. Major Hazel. I promise I don't have any military ambitions. Or boy band ambitions. I had a boy band phase when I was taking it down where it was kind of like messy and floppy on top. And I thought to myself, but then I kept cutting it. Love to do that to mine. I think that if anybody wants to and is on the fence about it, it's worth doing at least once to find out what you like and if you don't like anything about it. It'll grow back. It is hair. It does grow back. It may be awkward at certain phases in the growing back. I know a lot of people were telling me about that, how they had shaved their head and how when they were growing it back out to long, once they decided to do that, there was kind of like an in-between stage that was a bit mullety that involved hats and head wraps and scarves and stuff. But, if you're appraised of the, general process, I think it's fun. It's a change. And you never know other ways to live your life until you try them for a second. So if you're on the fence about it, I would encourage you to consider it because I've enjoyed it. But doesn't mean you have to. There is always wigs. That's true. I don't think wigs feel like a right choice for me. I don't know why. I could make excuses all day. I just don't feel like I want to wear wigs, but people certainly can, especially if they've cut their hair and they wish to present themselves with hair again. Then there are lots of great wig options. Or if you just wanted to change your hair like all the time, you could just get like 7 wigs and rotate them on a day-to-day basis. Style or practical reasons? Why not both? Mostly practical reasons, but I'm not opposed to feeling stylish. Not have any gray hair. If I shave it, then I'm worried the gray will come. You can see mine, but those are my wisdom hairs. That's where I keep all my smarts. Currently rocking the mullet. Yeah, I was watching some videos and looking at photos of people that were in that mullety regrowth stage, and I thought it was really kind of hot. I actually really like the look of that mullety stage of the haircut. I thought that was really cool. So, never a better time than the present, right? Gray hair is cool. Did you cut your hair off? I did. I lost it. It's gone. I've been shorn. Well, I did it myself. Currently rocking mullet. Cute, weird, and I like it, but I feel weird. I wonder if I'll ever commit to a hairstyle for longer than like 6 months. I don't think I have for a long time. I like changing my hair. It's fun. Plus, it makes it easier to get away with something like this. Well, not that there's any getting away with it to do. It's not like anybody's gonna stop me on the street and say, "Excuse me, ma'am. I'm afraid you need hair. You just need you can't do this. You can't do this to us." Have you thought about how you were going to make your community feel? Save a ton on shampoo. And curl cream and styling gel and heat protectant spray and leave-in conditioner. I bought some little tiny rubbery elastics to keep the ends of my braids secure recently, and it was $8 for a little box of like these little baby elastics that I'm pretty sure are the same thing as the ones that I used to get to put on my braces when I was a kid. But just in slightly more fun colors. And they didn't have cheaper ones. It's a racket and I'm out. You can be defined into eras. Green hair era, straight hair era, natural curly era, now a bust era. I'd love to tell you that I'm going to do magical things with all my newfound time and comfort. You know, now that I'm no longer wrestling with my hair on a day-to-day basis, I'm going to make XYZ videos per week, and I'm going to launch a computer brand and also clothing, and I will be embarking on a modeling campaign for Raisin Bran eminently. And I think that's BS. I think that I'm still the same person with the same problems. It's always very tempting to think that making any big change in your life is going to shock you into changing the rest of your life. And sometimes it can be helpful, but I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to have all the same issues that I've always had. It just doesn't take me as long to get ready in the morning. Hazel branded graphics cards. I will buy one. And get to sleep slightly longer, probably. Raisin Bran, big get, right? Get that Kellogg's money. A range of beanies. This is true. This is true. I would want to try to do actual wool and not acrylic ones if I did that. I have beef with acrylic yarn. Bottled essence. Oh, I can make a spark with that. Neat. Well, that's fun. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Cool. I don't think I'm going to craft any spark gear until I get... I mean, I guess I could make 405 if I had anything else to replace, but like, what would I replace realistically? Am I going to be okay while it's still the frozen north? Yeah, I think so. I've got hats. I've got layers. I think I'll be all right. Shaved my hair. I felt like it would be a fine hair command. I got that from Heroic Dungeon? I did, yeah. Pretty free. Get your YouTube handle written into your hair. I like to be a little bit incognito out in public because the last thing I need is somebody seeing what I do for a living and then watching me walk into the place where I live. Error 132. I have not gotten error 132. There was a, Hearthstone was down for a while yesterday. But it's back up now. Or maybe it was the day before. It was recently. All right. I was going to turn in the Relic Recovery quest. I was picking up this extra Wanted quest. I guess I'm picking Reputation. I'm probably picking Valdrakken Accord, because that's the one that I have the longest left to go on. I have like 2.5 stages with that one left. Lost Tuskar Kite. Oh, that one's over there. That's right. That's right. I remember that. I also need to keep an eye out for dirt and expedition packs. Undead are crazy. Yeah, I'm still kind of getting a feel for this new Hearthstone Battleground season. I don't know if I love it as much as some things. I like doing I found like the one build that I like doing, and then everything else is kind of only okay. Although I think part of my problem is that now that there's a new season in Hearthstone Battlegrounds and I want to complete the quests that have you playing like XYZ minion type, I go into it and I'm like, okay, I'm forcing Ellie's from like turn 1, right? Like I won't even, it doesn't matter if it doesn't give me any of them. I'll have decided ahead of time that I'm doing that because sometimes that makes me feel better. Zanafia, thank you very much for the 5-month resub. What happened? Looks good. Hope you have a wonderful day. Aw, thank you. Alexandra, thank you for the 19-month resub. Love the stream and your hair or hairn't. To hair or not to hair? That is the question. Did you know that there's a cat down here? Here, I shook it. Have you seen little kitty baby? Look at this baby girl. Hi. Kitty's been doing good. She is a pretty cat. She's looking especially cute this morning. Whoa, whoa, I gotta get off of here. That dragon's gonna be mad. Gingerific, thank you for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years. Oh, I didn't even pick the herb. Oh well. You know what? I didn't need that one anyway. Frigid Hockenbloom. I want to get the rest of my Dream Bloom. I think, really quite dramatically misunderstood the change that they were making to the elemental overload. And I had invested a pretty heavy amount of points into elemental herbing with the intent of maintaining my cooldown reduction. Here's what happened. In 10.05, they've adjusted it, so now any herbalist will have this overload elemental herb button, but it doesn't inherently have its cooldown reduced when you gather herbs on its own. Instead, when you first unlock the Mastering the Element specialization, when you get this first, like, 0 trait in Mastering the Elements, that's when that half hour per herb cooldown reduction kicks in. And before, that was when you learned the overload button in the first place. So as long as you were overloading previously, functionally it's exactly the same thing. It's a very minor change. What I thought they were going to do was not do this. Remove the button, remove the cooldown reduction in general, and then stick it in here. So I put 60 points into capping out this one and then going into Titan Touched to increase the amount of overload refund. Did I check this on the PTR? Of course not. That would have been too smart. So anyways, it's fine. You know, this is a perfectly good thing to be spec'd into, but I'm now putting my points into cultivation because, you know, may as well. I'm 1 point away from being able to retrieve propagating seeds while herbing. That'll be nice. But yeah, I totally misunderstood what that change was and had spent quite a few points in anticipation of something that was not going to happen. Parody, thank you very much for the 23-month resub. You make me want to buzz my hair off. Absolutely love it. Aw, shucks. Thank you. You don't want to spoil your live game herbalism by PTR testing. Smart. Yeah. It's all about the spoilers. That's okay. I don't think that speccing my points in herbalism any particular way is going to make or break my gold making life at this point. It's, most of my gold is going to be from alchemy anyways. I'm just kind of, herbing is more of a therapeutic thing. We put it in the category with the coloring books. New patch, new hair of 11 out of 10. My gold making life is dead. Oh, rest in peace. Bug with the NPC selling this epic storm gear? Possibly. Somewhat fun that the new tribe is good, but a mixed bag. Correct choices to force it pretty aggressively. Some of the hybrid cards are pretty fun too, but usually what ends up winning the ends of games is people with like a lot of Eternal Knights. I really underestimated Eternal Knights early on. What I like to do is I get a Nubricon and then Titus Rivendare. I roll those for as long as possible, and then just do a bunch of the people that summon the Reborn Skulls, Soul Splitter, and then Eternal Summoners. And that, assuming that it plays out correctly, that's pretty hard to beat. But, you know, sometimes you can't get those cards because other people already have those cards. Alchemy can be good for making money. I think almost any profession can be if the points are spent correctly, but it's going to be a bit hit or miss. How do I unlock the tier making thing? Don't have the Stony Boy up top. Ooh, I don't know. He might be phased. There may be some other quest that you need to do or a quest that you need to abandon to make him unphased. He just showed up. Oh, there you go. Problem solved. Little Boofy, thank you for the 18-month resub. Hazel, I love your bald head. You rock it. You look so happy. Why, thank you. I am pretty happy. I can't promise I'll be happy every day, but that's just because that's how people are. I'm feeling pretty good today. A few 10.07 stuff, but still no fix for 132. It's Tony. I wonder what they're going to change about Eternal Night. Do they need to change anything? He's like on his own, he's kind of only whatever until you get Eternal Summoners. And those are on tier 6, so I think it's okay that they're kind of strong because they're hard to get. No more bedhead, it's why I like my hair short too. Sue Hop, thank you for the 2-month resub. Oh. Comfy cat, huh? Nice. I'm waiting for the boat so I can get the Lost Tuskar kite. I don't really know what I'm doing in Dragonflight now. You know what I should do is I want to collect Transmog. I want to collect white and gray Transmog just by like finding things and then equipping them. And so far, I found one thing. It was a pair of male boots, and I equipped them, and they didn't add to my appearance journal, and it's because they shared an appearance with an existing pair of green boots. And it occurred to me that maybe that's not the only item that's done that. There may be a number of white and gray Transmog pieces that share appearances with existing stuff. So I'm going to have to keep looking, I suppose. If only there was a YouTube video that went over what is new to do in the new patch, right? Change the summoner. Harder because I can't move it up a tier, which is an option. One of those folks that had banks full of gray and white items for the patch. I do have one or two things. I guess I can fish while I wait, eh? I have one or two things. Oh, I don't have my fishing add-on on. I wonder if it's updated. I've been running things. Better fishing? Fishing? Better? Better fishing. Mage Tower came back, yes. That was one of the things I considered doing for stream content for a bit. Did they add an evoker? Did they add evokers to some of the challenges? They must have. Did they add... Actually, maybe this is something I can figure out as an evoker that's logged into the game. Let me catch a fish. Did they add Traveler's Log? Oh! Oh, this is the points thingy. So we can't work on it yet, but the UI is in. Interesting. Okie dokie. That's not what I was looking for. I was actually looking for my collection tab because I wanted to go into appearances, sets. I wanted to see if there was, no, that's Sanctum of Domination gear. I wanted to know, did evokers get a Transmog set to earn in the new Mage Tower? That's my question. I'm waiting for the Tuskar boat to get the Tuskar kite off the back of it for the Dragonscale Expedition weekly quest. Sounds giga fun with the new trees. Just doing the challenge and kind of looking through your talents and picking your utilities sounded fun. Getting all of the strangely, like figuring out the new scaling and getting all of the old profession consumables and like the whatchamacallem. Whoa. Getting like the scrolls and the runes and the food and the flasks and the potions, and that did not sound as fun. No news that Mage Tower has something for evokers. Oh, okay. 10 hours of free. Yeah. Free content. If it was for like the world's sickest Transmog set, I would consider trying to do an evoker challenge. But I have a feeling... Yeah, I don't know. Not notes, but an announcement. An announcement. Battle Pass session come February 1st. Yeah. Traveler's Log, yeah, it's for the trading post. Starting in February, which is coming up somewhat soon. We're getting to the end of January. That's terrifying. Starting in February, we're going to be able to earn the currency to spend at the trader's post, at least a certain amount. Evoker Razzie G skin would be kind of lit. That could be kind of cool. You know what I wanted to know? Because I knew, but then I forgot. I had a question. I'm getting distracted. Train of thought. Stop derailing. Stop derailing. Stop it. Nope, I think it's gone. I think it's gone. We were talking about the Mage Tower. We were talking about armor sets. Transmog. Trader's Tendies. Evoker skin. Monk announcement. Nope, totally gone. Totally gone. Bummer. I hope that reoccurs to me because it was a genuine, valid question that I wanted to ask you guys. Oh well. Maybe it'll come back to me. This boat's showing up eventually, right? Whoa. Whoa. It does. The harpoon does not seem to know how to pull the thresher onto the dock itself. Do we know why it isn't available yet? I think it's just because, kind of like the Dark Moon Fair, the actual post itself is... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say it's only available for the first week of the month, but that doesn't seem right. I wonder if it's because they didn't want to have, like, a really short first rotation on the vendor. They want to make sure there's, like, a full month available for people to both earn their monthly tender and then kind of realize the post is there and go shopping there if they want to before it cycles out. They don't want people to, like, miss stuff, maybe? Tied to the first of the month to keep the calendar cycle. Yeah, It would have had to have been like a short partial cycle. I was going to say that it's only up for a week, but that's not true. I think that you can shop there anytime. I think that the trading post will always be there. It just rotates its wares every month. But yeah, it'll start soon, I'm sure. Oh, I got a copper coin. I have almost enough copper coins for another silver coin. And yeah, I've got 14 copper and I've got 1 silver. And I just haven't been back to the swag. I guess the Draconic recipe vials aren't worth as much anymore. There's very few things you get out of them that are super valuable now, but yeah, something. Oh, another clutch. How long does this boat take? A long time. She used to time until arrival. 24 seconds. It's almost here, supposedly. Praying for them to give me those Legion flail mugs. Hope you're doing well, love the new look. Oh, thanks. It's hard to stop touching it. You can see in the distance. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It will not get easier not touching it. Freshly cut hair is fun to touch. Love the new hair too. Daring. All right, water good, cat good. What else was I going to do? I was talking about things to do in 10:05. I was talking about collecting transmog. I had some notions about taking characters through like low-level zones to get things to drop and then learn those. Kind of want to level a new character from scratch, but it wouldn't take long enough. I would be better off just taking my evoker out to like just slaughter mobs in, you know, Elwyn Forest or whatever, if that's really what I wanted to do. I guess that I wanted Lost Tuskar Kite. So there's the kite. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Can I mog it to track those appearances? And I don't know if it does yet. I guess I haven't tried re-enabling it. A lot of my add-ons were out of date with the patch, so I turned them all off. And then I've just been kind of turning them back on one at a time as they either get updated or as I just decide that I need them and I decide to figure out whether or not they still work. But I haven't tried Can I Mog it yet. Now that you have your arms covered in tattoos, shaved head, really isn't that far to black cloth and thick eyeliner goth hazel. Potentially, yeah, but I was gonna put on more makeup today, and then I started doing it. I put on some. I'm wearing mascara and 2 different shades of eyeshadow. Thank you very much. But honestly, I kind of liked my makeup a little bit better earlier in the process, where I had just kind of done like a bit of foundation and some eyebrow liner. I don't know. Making a new look with gigantic t-shirts and nothing. Wrist it, left them all on. Worgen Monk. Worgen Monk? Whoa, what is that? Titan Touch, turn around. I need it. Hopefully they fixed the bug where sometimes it just didn't give you anything, because that was a colossal bummer. And, free 9 rousing order. Plus, supposedly they made it so these portals will always take you somewhere. And then another 3 rousing order. And then it was actually pretty convenient. The other day, I used one of those portals from overloading a Titan Touch node, and I did it while I was kind of on the way to the revival catalyst. And I thought, well, this is probably going to take me in the wrong direction, but whatever, it's fine. You know, I'll just wait for my vigor to come back and then fly myself all the way up there. Don't mind me. Struggling over here. And then I used the portal, and it took me like right next to the catalyst. There's apparently an herb node that's right next to the revival catalyst, and it happened to port me to that one, and it was just the best. Saved me all kinds of time. Off to the grocers. Y'all rock. Laters. See you later. Love your hair. Oh, why, thank you. You know, with less hair to hide behind, I feel like I am more motivated to stay hydrated and get a good night's sleep so that I've got relatively reasonable skin. Because if I don't, there's really not a whole lot doing aside from just more foundation, I suppose. But you can tell, you know. Shed the human and orc heritage armor. Ooh, hang on. Let me land this bus. Whoa. All right, good. I'm assuming it is on Wowhead. Let me see. What's next in patch 10.07? Oh, yeah, cool. All right, official post. In development. See what's next in 10.07, the date, like now that 10.05 is out. 10.07 is in development, and with it comes a variety of new content updates, including a return to the Forbidden Reach, new heritage armor for orcs and humans, and more. Return to the Forbidden Reach to learn more of the story of Drakthir. Content for max level characters, encounter new bosses and objectives, more storms, new loot, and more. Do thing, get stuff. Okay. Both orcs and humans can earn new heritage armor to show off their pride. Oh, the shoulder's cool. Those look asymmetrical. The helmet looks ridiculous on her. She wouldn't be able to move her head at all. It would just go... Obviously it'll clip, but... plus it kind of looks... Something about the colors sits a little bit strange with me. But the shoulders are really cool. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. That's more like it. Oh man, Orcs won this one in my book. What happened to his talent? Do you think he heated it up in a forge or he dipped it in some jam? Need to see it without the helmet, because what is that? Alright, in 10.07 content update, the monk class will be available to the Goblin, Lightforged Draenei, and Worgen races. This might be the first that I'm realizing that monk was not previously available to the Goblin, Lightforged Draenei, and Worgen races. Alright. Recruit a Friend refresh. All new rewards arriving to the Recruit a Friend program. Alright, well, neat. Undead Palo, when? Definitely jam. They did an in-development post. Okay, news. Let's see here. 10.05 content update is now live. Is it this one? January 24th. No, that was yesterday. It's not the thing that I just read, was it? Or is there another thing? Like a blue post? Forums. Blizz tracker. Just for additional context on the heritage armor sets, a couple more variations players will get. We'll show more of those in a bit later. View full article? No, that's the one we just read. You went past it. What's it called? What's the title? We have what's next in 10.07. We read that. There's hot fixes. And then there's the yesterday one that says 10.05 is up. And then for blue posts in the forums, we go to the blue tracker. And those are the article that we read. That was it? Okay. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't like another blog post that we didn't read yet. That's good. Worgen's, Lightforged Draenei, and Goblin Monks, eh? Goblin Monks. Goblin Monks. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Fantastic. What kind of brew do you think a Goblin Monk is slinging? Like a Goblin Brewmaster that's like throwing down a keg? What do you think is in it? Is it even beer? Do you think he's just... I feel like he would be throwing down some like off-brand, you know, like peach, absolute. No, some, what do you call it? Smirnoff. Kaja-Cola rocket fuel, famously balanced. Schnapps, yeah. Something at the party that has something at the party that no one knows who brought it. It's been there for a long time, and people drink it when they're out of better things to drink. A little bit of oh, he's just having oh, when you mix Red Bull with that stuff that I don't like. What is it called? Red Bull and I forget. Jaeger. Yeah, Jaeger bombs. Yeah, that's right. Goblin throwing Jaeger bombs out there. That's the stuff. Vodka. I don't mind vodka. Vodka's pretty inoffensive. I mean, it's alcohol, so it's offensive on that. in that you're drinking alcohol and it goes, but the flavor of it is fine. Yeah, Jaeger's not my thing, apparently. I didn't realize I felt so strongly about it until just this moment. Okay, what was I doing? All kinds of stuff. I don't really want to do Rathian Sibelian. I guess I might need to. We'll go back to Feldrassus, I suppose. Go turn in... Oh yeah, I wanted to use that Dream Bloom Petal. Turn in some dungeon quests and get some rep that way. Tequila or bust. How is vodka more inoffensive than Jaeger? What kind of drinks do you have there? To be fair, I have not tried Jaeger since probably I was 19. I think the last time I had a Jaeger bomb was in a bar when I was 19, which is legal drinking age here. But yeah, I don't think I've had it since. Time is money, friend. Judge everyone who orders Jaeger bombs at my bar. Yeah, well, everyone's young once, right? Bring back very bad college memories. Because it's cheap to produce and can be mass produced easily. All right. I got some stuff. Anything good? Nope. 1,582 gold. I got some dungeon quest to turn in. I think you could enjoy Jägermeister. It is an old lady drink after all. You know what I got? I actually picked up a bottle of scotch. I had some recollections of drinking scotch, and I wanted to try it again. So I picked up a bottle the next time I was near a liquor store, and I had some. And it turns out it does not take very much to get me buzzed. And while I enjoy it, it's not something I want to do more often than like once a month, which is why it's good that it's like a liquor and not like a beer. Because you keep a beer in your fridge for a year and you're not going to have very good beer anymore, but you can keep a bottle of liquor in your cabinet forever, so. Or at least, if you ask me, you can. Okay, Valdrakken Accord rep there, and then Valdrakken Accord rep over here. Shocking that you're a lightweight. I'm sure I could build up my tolerance if I drank more regularly, but I don't think that would really do me any favors. I don't feel like it's something that I really need for my ongoing health and social life, so I'm happy to have some now and then. I'm not even sure if I would replace the bottle if I finished it. Lord Maximus, thank you for the 36-month resub. Hi. Hi. How you doing? Not a positive goal for yourself? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, kitty. Oh, baby girl. She's shoving her eyes into my hips so that she can cover up the light and just get a nice nap. Hi, sweetie. You can sleep. That's okay. Now what? It's a whole new patch. Yeah, I guess I could do some... Oh, you know what I want to do, actually? I want to do the hunt on my main for the first thing, and then I want to do it on, like, some of my alts to see if I can squeeze out a, Mammoth. The Mammoth mount that can drop from the first hunt satchel of the week. I haven't done the hunt for the week yet, so I wanted to give that a try. The hunt is over here, and it is halfway done. Expecting like 5% more stuff, but it didn't really budge. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to double check. I was going to try and turn on Can I Mog It and see if it's going to ruin my life. Also, see if it's been updated or not. Let's run some updates. I have a raid night tonight. What am I going to make for dinner? Oh, did I tell you guys about it? No, I did. I forgot to tell my sister about it, but I told you guys about it. I had the dumplings. They were good. I got a bag of frozen dumplings from Dumpling Drop, and I steamed them in my bamboo steamer, and it was delicious. That was last week. That's old news. That doesn't help me with what I'm going to do for dinner tonight because I don't have such a thing handy. Ooh, a scout pack. I need another piece of alchemy knowledge. There we go. Famously kept that dumpling news from us for more than a day. I know, right? Oh, hey, I got my alchemy knowledge. How lucky is that? Oh, yeah. You know what I would love to have is a phase where I get really excited about cooking. I've been very lazy, and I could stand to put a little bit more effort into my food. It's hard because I'll get the vibe of, oh, I'm gonna make XYZ thing, and I'll make one thing, and then I'll be tired for like a week. And the problem is that when I went grocery shopping, I was feeling very ambitious, and I got myself fresh ingredients to make like 3 dishes. And then I make the one, and then the fresh food goes off. It gets bad. And I really hate wasting food, but it's a hard habit to break because It requires you to anticipate how much energy you're going to have to cook dinner in the future, and that is a very hard thing for me to figure out. Cooking is so much fun. I made a weekly cooking date with my family. What do you mean? I have some aspirations of trying to visit at least one person at least once a week, and not just go like 4 weeks in a row without seeing anybody like I've done recently. But I don't know. I don't want to cook at anybody else's house. And the problem with like group cooking at my place is I don't have a dishwasher. So cooking is already a little bit of a project, because you have to be wary of what dishes you're making dirty, because you're going to have to wash each and every one of them by hand. Hate cooking for myself, but cooking with and for my family is so much fun. I did make bread last night. I made a loaf of sourdough bread, and I had put the dough together to mix in my bread machine on like the super long cycle. It's got an artisanal dough cycle that involves long, slow proving times that I figured would be ideal for sourdough because it gives it more time to develop. And then I figured I would just kind of bake it on the bake cycle. So I throw it in during the day, and then like 7.5 hours goes by, because it's like a 7.5 hour cycle. And it beeps, but I'm in the middle of keys, and I think to myself, after this key, I will definitely go and, start the bake cycle. And I forgot, then I did another key. And then I get out of keys, and it's like 10 o'clock at night, and the bake cycle takes like 2 hours, and I can't leave this bread baking unattended. Plus, it smells so good while it's baking that you can't realistically sleep. You ever have smells wake you up? It smells too good. The bread is too delicious smelling when it's being freshly baked for me to sleep. So I had to stay up until like midnight last night because I blame the coup defensive. That's why. I had to wait for the bread to finish being baked. That's some good bread. I haven't sliced it yet. It kind of rose up funny, which is fine. I have very low aesthetic standards for my bread. It smells good. I haven't sliced into it yet, but it has kind of a cone head, which I thought was funny. I didn't really shape it. I took the paddle out of the bottom, and then I just kind of like mushed it into a lump and tried to stretch it a little bit, and then went and then chucked it in there and baked it. So it's a bit of a cone head shaped piece of bread. All right, I'm ready for my mammoth mount. Somebody else shall blow the horn and conclude the hunt, and then I shall open this. All right, yes. Good. Quiet drum roll because kitty cat is sleeping. Ta-da! All right. Well, no luck there. But I could... Well, we just do a couple more hunts. You can't get the mount from the subsequent ones, but you know what you can do is you get more centaur trophies. And if I get like a week's worth of those, plus maybe do a couple world quests out here, I might be able to... I want to finish some reps today. That would be kind of fun. I'm close enough that it feels exciting to try to finish them. Should I do this for the rousing air? Probably. That seems like a good idea. There's a elemental note over here. Decided to make chicken tikka masala from scratch. Labor intensive. Good. Still trying to decide if it's worth it. Bread machine with a timer. Set it for an early morning start. Best alarm clock ever. Never failed to wake up with the smell of yummy bread. I did that a few times when I first got the machine. And I remember having the exact same thought of like, this is truly why advances in technology and the progress of mankind is for the best, is because it has brought me to a place where I can wake up to fresh bread in my own home being baked without anybody having to have gotten up earlier than me. Use the revival catalyst. Will it? Yes. If you use the catalyst in an item that has an upgrade path, it will retain its upgrade path. So PvP gear can still be upgraded with Conquest or Honor or whatever it is that they do. And then Mythic Plus gear can continue to be upgraded with Valor even after you catalyze it. There's another Dream Bloom petal. You know what I want to do? I want to spend that knowledge because... Oh, Lush Rye the Bark. Everybody stop. I wanted to spend that knowledge because... Well, here, let's pick it first before it despawns in us and breaks everybody's heart. I am really close to being able to collect... Yeah, there we go. Able to retrieve propagating seeds. I've heard of these, but I've never tried one. I want to keep herbing until I get one because I want to play with it. I want to see what it does. You cannot eat hot bread immediately. Need to let it rest for like an hour, and I'm not waiting an hour for breakfast. I am highly impatient when it comes to letting things rest, to the point that I am well appraised of what happens when you don't let things rest for various different types of food. Because whenever something says, hey, let it sit for a while, I go, or what? What are you going to do about it? You're just a cookbook. You're not here. And then I try it so that I can figure out what happens, and also because I'm hungry. What I've come to discover is that anything that's like you're cooking a grain, you're cooking anything that needs to soften up more, that requires like a little bit extra cooking time or like melding time, that's probably best to let rest, because if you eat it too quickly, it might be crunchier than you want it to be, and that's no fun. Anything that involves hot cheese, sometimes letting it rest will just kind of make it a little safer to eat, because the really hot cheese can be very, very burny mouthy. But also, it will sometimes, the cheese will come off in like one big piece if you try to move it while it's too hot still. But if this is acceptable to you, then that's fine. The third category is like bread, and I think maybe it goes stale faster if you cut it while it's too hot, or like it won't cut quite as cleanly. But it's so yummy when it's warm out of the oven. So sometimes I still cut it kind of early. Thoughts on countertop dishwashers. Thoughts are on getting anything else from my counter are bad. I have a bread box on my counter, and it's cute. It's bamboo. It's got like a little garage door situation. I can put my fresh bread in there, and it keeps it relatively fresh until like while I'm eating it. However, I'm debating whether or not that's even worthwhile. I guess it is, because otherwise where am I going to put my bread when I make it? But like, I want more counter space back. I don't want to lose more of it. I see the appeal of the dishwasher idea. I would also love to have like a little chest freezer. And they do make small ones that would kind of work for an apartment, but I really don't want to use up any more space. I want less stuff, not more stuff. I have a bread drawer. Oh, fancy. Now that I've redone my pantry cabinets, I'm thinking of doing it again and changing which ones I keep different things in, because right now I have all of my pantry staples in this one kind of corner cabinet that's got like this spinny drawer situation. It's got like two spinning sort of Lazy Susan style plates, which is great because it means that you can use the depths of this corner cabinet, because you can like spin the thing to bring the thing in the back out towards where you are. However, it turns out when you load it up with like several things of flour and rice and beans and grains and vinegar and oils and all other manner of rather heavy pantry items, she don't spin so good. And it's probably not good for the long-term health of the item, and I'd hate to lose my deposit to that when there's so many more fun ways I could lose my security deposits. So, Dream Bloom. I think I might remove those things from that cupboard, put them on a regular shelf, and then put like my different appliances in that one, so I can have like the rice cooker and the bread maker and the food processor and stuff on there, because that seems like a good move. That feels like the life. Oh, I haven't picked up the A-log quests yet. They're right over here. Are we hunting? Yeah, we're kind of hunting. Under the sink? That's where the compost goes. That's where the compost bin is. Maybe I could do a real strong inventory of all those cabinets and make some changes. Because if I did make enough room, it's not a bad idea. It's really not a bad idea at all. But I would have to find a place where I could put it away, because I refuse to have it like out, you know. I had no idea countertop dishwashers existed. Yeah, I was vaguely aware of them. I've never seen somebody that has one, but it makes sense for somebody like me that's renting a place that just doesn't have a dishwasher but kind of wants a dishwasher, because it's not even really very water efficient to hand wash your dishes, unless you're very, very careful with your water while you're doing it. Like there's something to be said for having the robot do it. Mount the compost bin to the door. Everything in the area of the compost bin needs to be extremely easy to clean, because it's going to get gross because it's a compost bin. My grandmother has one that mounts to the door, and I hate it because it gets smelly because, well, Nana, don't watch my stream. It's just difficult to get in behind it and wipe it down. I will take the whole bin out of the cabinet and I'll spray and wipe the whole thing down basically whenever it starts to bother me. And I need that to be exceedingly easy to do. Also, I need to have nothing else that I like super close in range of it. Can I solo this guy? You're not even for the hunt. You just exist. You're just a dude. Can I Light of Creation you? How much health do you have? Oh yeah. The staff is awesome. Oh, beautiful. What was that for? Oh, it was for the Camp A-log quest. Oh, I understand. Oh, a Lush Hockenbloom. Maybe in 2023 I should try to work on my attention span. I feel like maybe I need to pick meditation back up because it's kind of important. I think I'm losing it. Magic bound chest. I don't think WoW or streaming is helping. Piece of candy. Yeah. I do not use a gamepad anymore. I retired it a year or two ago in favor of a keyboard because I wanted to get the extra item off my desk. I was nervous about them discontinuing my preferred model of gamepad, and I didn't want to be beholden to a peripheral that was out of production. And I occasionally, in my past life, used to travel sometimes and have to play WoW for content's sake while on the road, for example, at BlizzCon. And in those cases, it is really annoying to not know how to play WoW on a keyboard. Also a little bit embarrassing, so I switched back. Apartment clothes washer that attached to the kitchen spigot. It was great. Oh yeah, it didn't even occur to me that how you would hook up a dishwasher, like a countertop dishwasher, water wise. How do you hook up a counter? Do you just put water in it? Do you fill a reservoir? I guess I'd never even thought of that, because regular ones like actually hook up to your water. Glad you asked. Love your hair. Well, thank you. I'm in the process of reorganizing myself. My cabinets are not as impressive as I want them to be. Perhaps maybe I'll allocate some of my newly recovered time to making them more impressive. Ooh, there's a thingy down there. A Tuskar toy boat. Is it a toy? No, it's a quest. Return it to Yenu. Oh, okay. Here, I found your boat. That's kind of cute. Hello. Excuse me. Oh. Hello. Wheeled floaty boaty controller. He's given me a floaty boaty. I had never seen that before. I must play with my floaty boaty. Floaty. Okay, good. I was a little bit worried the floaty boaty wouldn't floaty. This just reminds me of when I was a child and taking a bath was the most fun thing you could do because you got to play with bath toys. I had like a little frog that would wind up and then kick his little frog legs and like swim very slowly and poorly through the tub, and that was just the most fun that I'd ever had. You hook them up to your sink faucet. It's like a hose attachment. Historically, things don't attach to my faucet all that good. Also, the faucet's a little bit finicky to begin with. I don't know about that. Some streamers have progress in their trade post activity window. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I certainly don't. I don't think we're supposed to be able to earn progress in this until February. Models that you fill up with water beforehand that drain into your sink. That seems more reasonable, but then it would have to be in a place where it could drain into my sink. I think I'm going to not worry about it for now. I think I'm going to channel that energy that I would put into fixing that problem and just try to, like, I don't know, work, save money, buy house, get big dishwasher, huh? And a big, big, big dog. I'm going to go to the dentist. And the dentist will have never known me. For all the dentist knows, I've always had my hair this short. They're not going to think this is strange or different at all. That's kind of fun. Oh, I forgot about the hunt. I was hunting. Did I get my second hunt satchel? I might have gone too far out of the range hunt satchel. I did go too far out of range. I need to get my second one. Oops, daisy. Here, I'll participate this time. It'll be good. Oh, frigid bubble poppy. Oh, piece of candy. Thanks, Randall. Thinking about getting a countertop dishwasher. Hate doing dishes. Keeps me from cooking more. Dishes don't take a wild amount of time for me. At least I like my sink better. The last place I lived in had a dishwasher, but at that point I was eating so infrequently and with such few dishes that it was stupid for me to run the dishwasher. So I just used the dishwasher as a drying rack in that place. But that it had the stupidest sink. It was a really shallow sink. It was just one sink. It wasn't a double sink. It was really shallow. And the faucet was a rigid, hard metal thing that's just straight out at a, like, parallel to the sink. So it was really annoying trying to get anything under it because it was very low and it wasn't adjustable at all. It was the worst sink I've ever had the misfortune of using. I liked a lot of things about that apartment, but the sink was not one of them. I got a haircut. What made you cut your hair? I wanted to have less hair. I felt like it. New Heritage Armor's alright. I like the Horde one better than I like the Alliance one, if we're being honest. The Alliance one looks a little bit just not my cup of tea, I think. I might wear parts of it. The shoulders look pretty good, but the rest of it doesn't really seem like my thing. No, you cannot catalyze gear into the Diurna stuff, unfortunately. I don't even know if you can catalyze a weapon in the first place. Yeah, no weapons, trinkets, or accessories. Okay. Do an exclamation here after all. I'm okay for now. If it starts to bother me, I'll add a command. Bubble Poppy. I'm excited for gardening season to start up again. I'm at a houseplant phase right now where I'm kind of like visiting all my different plants and figuring out which ones are doing well and which ones I don't really like and don't really want to keep anymore. Because my windowsills were a bit overcrowded. So I'm kind of making some space by thinning out a few that are either having issues that I don't want to deal with anymore or just not really my cup of tea. And then I planted some bulbs. I planted some crocuses and tulips in some planters out on my balcony. And they're starting to sprout already. And I'm like, guys, it's January. Are you sure? But I don't know how to tell them to wait. I don't really speak tulips. So I suppose they're coming up now. I didn't think that was an option. I kind of figured they would give it a little bit longer. But, you know, whatever they want to do, I suppose. Patio, balcony. I live in a little apartment. Ever play with a full-sized headset? Remember them fitting better on my head back when I had hair. Yeah, if I'm not streaming, I have a pair of headphones that I use for just playing, like doing keys, or if I'm the rare occasion that I actually do some work and like edit a video or something. But honestly, yesterday when I've been wearing headsets since cutting my hair, it's been giving me a headache. I think my hair needs to get a little tiny bit longer so it's less stiff, because I felt like my headset was pressing my hair into my head in a way that was giving me headaches. So hopefully even when I would like pick it up and I would smooth it down and then I would put it on top, hopefully that phase passes soon, because that I'm not a fan of. Everything else is a lot better, but that part's not so fun. Started my onion seeds, still waiting for germination. Oh, you guys should see. I guess I don't have the webcam to show you anymore, but the herbs in my office, the basil and the dill and stuff, are going ham. They're huge. I need to make some pesto because I need to prune that basil pretty substantially because it's massive. I still haven't sorted out what I'm doing with the dill, but you know, it's fresh. A toque under the headset. Well, the toque was giving me headaches too. That's one of the reasons I'm not wearing a hat, is because they were giving me headaches. Spiky head can mess up the band of the headset. That's okay. Razer Kitty headphones are very comfy for heads without hair. What if I have too much hair? It's because I didn't go short enough. I didn't do a wet shave. I just kind of buzzed it a bit short with some clippers. But I think another couple of days and I will and it'll be long enough, or at least softened up enough that should no longer be an issue. Nice to be in a line of work where you can have drastic hairstyle changes when you want. I mean, I wasn't convinced that I was, to be honest. I was a little worried. And I guess only time will tell if this is an actual problem, but I was a little worried that I would lose some amount of, I don't know, traffic visibility, public interest, if people didn't find me as appealing anymore. But I decided that I was, if cutting my hair made me so unappealing that people couldn't even stand to look at me anymore, then it's up to me to find a way to make better content so that I can make money anyways. You know, like that seemed like a pretty poor excuse to not do something I wanted to do. Understandable worry. Yeah. But yeah, if my Twitch subs and my views genuinely go down, then I just need to start making more YouTube content that doesn't have camera in it. You know, there's other ways to solve that problem aside from having hair. I did cut it myself. Soften in a day or so. Like this haircut more than your last? Yeah, me too. I'm a lot more comfortable. Holy moly. I can't tell you how fast I got ready this morning. become a VTuber, I guess. Yeah, right. Like there's solutions. There's solutions, but I understand that not everybody has a workplace that is accepting or understanding. And although, depending on where you work, it may not be lawful for them to impact your employment based on your hair. However, there's lots of ways for people to discriminate against you without specifically running afoul of discrimination laws. You know, they're free to, you know, promote other people over you, and they go, oh no, it's because of their work. They just do such a better job. How does it feel? Looks awesome. It feels real good. It feels really, really good. I'm very glad that I did it. I kind of wish I'd done it sooner. I kind of wish I had done it years ago. I could have saved a lot of money. What would I have done with all of that money otherwise? I mean, I guess I just would have had more savings for a potential house. It wouldn't have been enough to buy a house with. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Doing the math. Oh, I wish I knew if mine would look that good. So tempted. I will say there's only one way to find out. There is only one way to find out. I thought it would look awful. I did it anyways. That was kind of where I was coming from, was I didn't really care if it looked good anymore, because I needed, what I need from my life and from myself at this point is to make a little space between myself and my vanity and myself and my ego, and do some work on myself in absence of those things. And it wasn't even really, like, the look that I had and the look that I was going for wasn't even a look that really appealed to me. It was mostly just trying to appeal to general people, which tends to be standards that just aren't mine. So I figured I would just take a break from it and see how it made me feel. And if I regret it, I can always grow it back. And if I regret it and it won't grow back, I can wear a wig. It is at the end of the day just hair. I encourage you to do whatever you want with it. You would have had a house by now if you spent less on hair. There are a variety of choices I could have made in my life that would have given me a house by now. However, I'm 30. I live in British Columbia. Most people my age are not homeowners, unless they have generational wealth. Not everybody. I'm sure there are some people that are homeowners that are my age without generational wealth, but it's not the majority of people. It's not like I'm doing particularly badly. And even if everybody else was ahead of me, you know, you can't live your life judging yourself by everybody else. So I'm on my own path. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing worse than some and better than most. It's going to be okay. Spend all that hair money on crypto. Probably get a buzz cut myself when the weather gets warmer. Yeah. You know, you just don't see it very often anyways. How often, you know, whenever you're doing a thing, think of all the things that you like to do. And then all the things that you do anyways, like your job or looking after, you know, anybody that you're a caregiver for, or your pets, or, you know, you're exercising or whatever. You're not really looking at your hair. You're doing whatever it is that you're doing. It's more time for life and less time for hair. I'm not, don't get me wrong, not anti-hair. Hair can be good for lots of things, but I needed a break. Proud owner of a tiny condo. Don't know how I'm ever going to afford anything bigger. I admire your ambition. Ambition, delusion, potato. I'm dreaming big because I just like being optimistic. And also because it gives me a good framework from which to make my decisions. If I think about where I want to go every time I'm choosing to do something, it's helpful to have big dreams because it helps me make better choices. I am getting distracted and lost. Hunt choices. I need to not be out of range of it again. I'm getting, you know what it is I'm getting, there we go. Hey, we made it back. That was close. I'm just out here trying to get hunting trophies. I was getting distracted because I need a mammoth tusk marrow for my alchemy knowledge weekly. And you know, I'm just eternally following the little blue shiny things in my map, I suppose. Give up makeup, shaving, long hair, work out, eat well, have more time for life now. I had already kind of come to this place in terms of my clothing. Over the last couple of years, I've kind of adjusted my clothing so that I was dressing less for like a specific visual look and more just for me, and things that made me feel comfortable and things that made me feel kind of cool and things that just sort of felt nice to wear, I suppose, which is why I wear an awful lot of sweats and oversized clothing. But I was happy doing that, and I had kind of made my peace with, oh, you know, I'm okay with how I look without the makeup and without the hair done and in the really comfy clothing. And I had it started to seem really silly to make myself uncomfortable, to appeal to people that I don't even need anything from. It's not even like a strategic, I must make myself sexy because then I shall get promoted, and also they'll give me a dog. Like, nothing I wanted in my life was gate kept behind appealing to a particular demographic anymore, aside from, I guess, that already wasn't really the path that I was taking with content creation anyways. That's not really what I wanted to base any particular success off of. So I'd already kind of let go of that. So then I thought, what am I... wait, you gonna hold those standards to your clothes and not your hair? What are you doing? You want the elephant boys? Yes, I do want the elephant boys. This is true. Why did you follow a style if you didn't find it cool in the first place? Well, I did. Well, that's the thing, is at the time I did find it cool and I did like it. It's just that it's very hard to explain how sometimes over time you can find yourself thinking things and looking at the world through a lens that's not exactly yours. It comes from a lot of things. It comes from consuming content. It comes from the things that people say and the things that people don't say when you're talking to them. You know, call it society, call it, whatever it is that you want. But it's easy to find ourselves trying to live up to other people's standards just because it didn't occur to us that we had other choices. And I know that sounds like an obvious and a stupid thing to say, but when I was younger, it seemed like a given that of course I want to look prettier. Of course I want to glow up. Of course I want to look hot. Who doesn't, It didn't really occur to me that there was anything lost in the pursuit of that. And at the time, it was a perfectly good metric to compete in that seemed, valuable and validating. And it's not until, you spend some time examining that, examining why you feel that way and who wants you to behave that way and who doesn't care and what you actually want in life and what you want to do about it, that, this is personal growth, personal journey, different for everybody. Not that big of a deal. I want to have this Hawken Bloom. You're in your 20s, of course you're hot. Try being in your 60s and hot. Hot's also, like, wildly subjective. And, can mean whatever you want to yourself and to, the people that you're close with. It's the general public's opinion of how hot you are, unless you are specifically trying to, I don't know, be a fashion model or whatever. There's not that many applications where it's actually as important as it sometimes can feel. I need to hunt Blitz Tusk. Hot starts at around 50 degrees. Celsius or Fahrenheit? Because I think in both cases I disagree with you. I think Celsius, hot starts at like 28. And in Fahrenheit, hot starts at like 80. Are those the same thing? 28 double makes like 56 plus 30 makes 86. So yeah, 85, 86 Fahrenheit. 25 and above. I'm European. Fahrenheit is the devil's measurement. You want to know what's funny? I told you I had my mom over for dinner last week. And at the time I was recovering from a cold. I had canceled on hosting dinner because I was feeling sick. So I called it off, and I still streamed because I can usually, unless I'm like really deathly ill, I can usually manage to stream. But anyways, Mom had texted me to ask me how I was feeling. And I, like a poor child with a bad sense of filial responsibility, had not seen this and not responded to her in like overnight, basically. She texted me the previous evening, and the next morning I hadn't gotten to my phone yet. So she, like any normal mother, was like, I hope my child is alive. So she watched a bit of my stream to find out whether or not I was living, and had heard a conversation that I was having with chat about Fahrenheit and Celsius. And she comes over with her partner for dinner, and they have a little note, and they were like, Hazel, what are freedom units? I had to explain to them about, well, Americans and and how we like to joke about our different units of measurement. And I don't think they really got why that was so well, it's not that funny, but I get a kick out of it. Is this what we're doing? Oh no, that's just for Tuskmara. We're just they're still doing beaver kits, but here we can do this. That was so funny. I don't think she has a Twitch account. I was impressed that she found the stream in the first place, but I think back when I lived in the States and she didn't see me all that often, she would sometimes check out my content just to see how I was doing because I don't call enough. Bad child. Oscar79, thank you for the 29-month resub. Appreciate it. I love my mother. She's very cool. She's really awesome to hang out with. She's really funny. She's very chill. She's like the epitome of a great parent. I just am somebody that doesn't naturally think to reach out to people to make social appointments. And my mom is so sweet that she doesn't want to bother me. So she won't reach out either because she doesn't want to like badger me. So I have to kind of reach out, which is fine, except I just need to make myself do it. So I used to, when I lived in the States, I would set myself a calendar reminder that recurred every 2 weeks. That was just like, call your mother. She wants to hear from you. And you should, and I would always be like, oh, I have nothing to say. I don't know, tell her anything. Honey, what's a PogChamp? Also, Water Goddess had a 22-month resub. Oh, I missed a gift set from Deeds of Love. I am fighting a very strong mammoth. Oh my goodness. Connor Babe, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Health pots. Health pots are excellent. Smartphone snafu on Sunday. Any updates? Yeah, she returned the kit. She is elected to not try to DIY an iPhone battery replacement. Thank goodness. I think she's either going to take the phone to an authorized repair bench to see if they'll do it, or if they won't, either send it in or try to look for a sale on a new one, because her phone won't hold a charge anymore. And she works, so she needs her phone to last her all day so that she can get messages and stuff. But apparently it's no good. Lesbiathan, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. The haircut. Why? I guess I said why thank you. I don't know if you like it or not. I suppose it doesn't matter. I like it. I was trying to consciously remind myself today when I debuted my skull to not ask people whether or not they liked it, because in theory I don't want to know. I like it, and that's good enough for me. But you can't get mad if people tell you don't like your hair. You cannot get mad if people tell you that they don't like your hair if you ask them if they liked it. So I was trying to make a conscious point to not ask anybody, so that I had like a tiny bit of internal ground to stand on, where if somebody went, that doesn't look very good, where I can be like, well, that's rude. Not to their face, because I'm not trying to pick a fight, but you know what I mean. You got an achievement. I got an achievement. The best at what I do. Kill 30 bosses in grand hunts. Holy smokes. I had not... Also, did I even finish that hunt? No, I just wandered away before it was over again. Oh, it's going to despawn. We're not going to worry about that. I'm just going to do my alchemy quest. Poorly, mostly blind. Yeah, sure. I still prefer the way that I look with my glasses. Also, you like my one earring? It's got a turtle. There we go. I think I do want to change my glasses, though. I still want big frames because oh, wow, I am. I don't see very well. I still want big frames because they're comfier to look out of. But I was thinking maybe like a kind of sort of this shape, but like maybe like a very thin gold frame might be kind of cool. I'll try some stuff on when I get my glasses redone. Love the turtles. Well, thank you. If you get bored of it, it will grow back. Precisely. I do frequently get bored with my hair. I do change it often, so this is good. It'll change itself for me. Illusion Rapids, thank you for the 4-month resub. Best at what you do. Aw, shucks. Guys. Cute glasses, some dangly earrings. Lighter for sure. Gold frame isn't as sturdy. Lenses might pop out if really thin. These are pretty light. These are acetate frames. And it's hard to argue with the practicality of them. They are extremely light. They are flexible. They are durable. They look pretty nice. They don't have a super heavy visual impact on your face. I think I just want change. I'll try some stuff on. Maybe I would just get different acetate frames, because I genuinely walked head face first into the edge of a door a few days ago while wearing these glasses, and I didn't break my glasses, and my glasses stopped me from breaking my face. So I can't really complain too much about them. Can't wait to see what you end up with. Ouch. Yeah, I was having a bad day. It was the day that my internet went down on the stream. I was not feeling super good to begin with. My internet was being iffy. They were doing construction on the adjacent unit, which they seem to always do on weekends. So maybe I should stop complaining when it's loud on Saturdays, because it's always loud on Saturdays. But there was like loud noise. I was having kind of just a rough time being personable, and then the internet goes down. I get up and then I walk into a door. Hi, I'm Hazel. I'm 30. I have my life together. I promise. It was a day. Sometimes they happen. I'm glad that even on days like that, we can still kind of be here and do this and do an acceptable job of it. Not every stream is going to be as good as every other one, but I appreciate that I haven't had any streams that were so bad that people stopped coming yet. That's like a nice bar, you know. As long as you know, somebody shows up to watch the next one, I feel like I can't be doing that badly. I wanted to see where the new hunts were. There's new ones in the Azure span. I guess I'll go turn in my trophies. I have some. See where we're at. I want to finish. The reason I'm doing hunts is because, well, first of all, I wanted my weekly mammoth chance. Tried that. And then I want to just finish my Centaur rep because I'm almost done. I don't really want the primal infusion. I don't need those. I'm working on concentrated primal infusions. So I'm not going to craft a 405 piece. Plus, I'm pretty sure I have extra ones in my bank anyways. Well, maybe. Oh, am I going to make myself an alchemist stone? I have a spark, actually. Am I going to make myself an alchemist stone? I want to get rid of this shadow gem. I don't like it. Would I like an alchemist stone? It's the alacritus one that people use. Let me look at the thing again. Alacritus alchemist stone. I mean, I would probably get one of my guildies to do this because they would be spec'd into it more. Gives you flat haste. Spells and abilities have a chance to give you a main stat. So it's a main stat proc and reduce the cooldown of your combat potions. So it would be beneficial for me to be using combat potions and not skipping combat potions like I have been doing. I did not take my break yet. No, I was thinking about that. And your mom wanted to break her phone. That was also going on. That is true. A quest for the reverse course. There's a quest for advanced courses. I'm going to take a very short break. I'll be right back. Kitty cat. What you doing? I wanted to show you, oh, there's Cat. Kitty, I don't know how we're going to do this with one hand, because I wanted to show you, here, I'll just show you, then I'll go put it back. I wanted to show you my cone bread. Look, it rose, but only in the middle. It's like a, I don't know. It smells really good. I made this last night. Looks like a machete coconut. Isn't that funny? Never in my life have I had that happen. I thought that was really good. Like a very thick vampire impaling device, right? Okay, I'm gonna put it back. Hang on. Hi. All right. Watch out. Here, actually, I'm just gonna... Here you go. Sorry, I know that was kind of a fast swing. Just kind of a quick move, huh? You good? You got bread on you. Hi. Oh, yeah. See, she still likes me. Looks tasty though, 10 out of 10 would eat. But it's yummy, it looks wild. I know, right? My food does not always look good. Usually tastes pretty good though. It does kind of look like a log chewed by a beaver. I remember going to the Oregon Zoo and seeing the beavers there, and they would give them wood to just chew on because apparently that's important to beavers and their well-being. And it was just funny looking at it because it just looked like a cartoon. You know, it looked like a show that I saw as a kid. All right. Copious amounts of lip balm. Cat on my lap. Dragon racing. I almost said it's shaping up to be an excellent Saturday, but it's really just Wednesday. I wonder what my Discord message was. I got one like an hour ago. I suppose I could check. I have gotten increasingly bad at keeping up with messages. I don't know. I think I've been overzealous in turning off my notifications. It's an admirable goal to want, you know, you to use your devices and to not have them bother you too much. But, you know, sometimes I want to do keys. And then I get notified when they're looking to fill a group for keys, and then I miss it. And then I'm like, well, I'm not doing keys. I need another 13 points to get to 2,400. Although I think I was just cranky last night. I think I was just tired. I wasn't having a great time. I did an Akud 19. I need to really practice, or maybe watch some videos or something. And I'm sure I could find something. I need to practice Storm Boss. Healing Storm Boss is a preservation evoker in Akud Offensive. It's not even a tyrannical week. And I think I just panic. I've got like a bad relationship with that fight. I've become nervous about it, and I've kind of picked up this bad vibe with it where I'm like uncomfortable before I even go in, because, you know, it's a bit difficult because people are spread out, and it's a bit difficult because I know I need to, in order to do that much healing, I need to eat people's candy, but then I'm stealing their candy, and then I'm feeling bad about stealing their candy, and then I'm spending so much time running around stealing the candy that I'm not healing, and then the phase starts and everybody's at half health, but then I didn't realize, so I didn't use my cooldown in time, and then I use it and it's too late. I just need to get into like a nice comfy rhythm where I have a plan. I know where I'm gonna be. I know that I'm able to reach everybody, because every other fight in basically Dragonflight, I have a somewhat reasonable read on where the pain points are. I know what the AoE damage points of that fight are. So I plan ahead of time which cooldowns I'm going to use for what. You know, we use Zephyr here, we use Stasis here, we use Rewind here. For this one, I have enough time to preset out a bunch of echoes and then use a Verdant Embrace. And I have a plan. And for the Wind Boss, I have no plan. Same thing with Umbral Skull. I hate that fight too. And I would like to fix that. I want to go turn in my trophies. That's right. Boss is rough as a healer. Less stealing, more healing. Yeah, perhaps. It's a bit stressful. I'm not quite used to I haven't really sorted out how I want to heal 5 people that are at half health that are all spread out. If they're stacked, I can just bomb Emerald Blossoms on them. And for an awful lot of fights of Dragonflight, you can just kind of stack everybody up and bomb Emerald Blossoms on them. But you can't really do it on a Wind Boss. Everybody's got to be kind of a little bit spread out. Bunch of changes. I know it has been nerfed, but I did it yesterday and I still wasn't having a great time. It still wasn't my favorite. Oh, I'm actually doing pretty good rep-wise. We just need another 200 and something. Yeah. Let's go go turn in a few more A-log quests. That might do it. I can get another renown finish today. Didn't have the reverse race option. I wonder if that's related to people having completed advanced races, because I definitely have not completed any advanced races. I am not an advanced racer. Oh, puppy dog. Oh, there we go. That was all I needed to do. I didn't even need to do any more quests. Is there any reason I would do this still? I guess supplies? Nah. Yeah. You know what? Those sheep can stay lost. Those sheep can stay lost. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm done. We're just gonna walk away from all of that. Neat. Okay. Oh, ride the bark. That's funny. I have not tried an advanced race. I don't know if today's the day. I'm getting closer to the day. I can sense it approaching on the calendar, but I don't think it's today. New shirt? Oh no, it's not. I've had this one for a while. This is the stripper shirt. It's just been it's backwards because my camera's mirrored, because I've made choices in my life. Dragon Scale Expedition. Yeah, that's a rep I still need. So now I only need 2 reps left. I'm right now 23 with Dragon Scale, 27 with Veldrack and Accord, and those are the 2 that I want to work on now. The first thing that came to mind was very tall gnomes. How do you get advanced races? I don't know. I thought you just had them. They are doing a bit. Not sure why you got the haircut. Why does anybody get their haircut? Advanced races after doing all the regular races? Talk to the race dragon, gives you an option to choose the usual choice for advanced. Yeah, maybe they unlock after the tour quest. Or maybe just after having done them all. Yeah, because the tour quest counts retroactively. I don't know. Oh, it's this one. Are your ears lower? No, I think they're in about the same spot. I think they're approximately in the right area. Why are old alerts popping up on stream? I don't know, actually. No, there's new ones. There's a couple new ones. Because Marmo just had a 44-month resub. You look so pretty. I feel so out of the loop. Oh, thank you. Also, Elbardo with a 42-month resub. Hello, hello. How is everyone today? Hello, Elbardo. I'm doing well. How are you? Good race for a Horde Monk. Well, apparently you're going to be able to make a Goblin in 1007. I always pick my races based on cosmetics these days. I don't worry too much about racials, so I might be the wrong person to ask if you're looking for the best one. Bet you that information's on like a Wowhead guide or a Monk Discord or something. Found them to be really hard, but got gold in all of them. Very rewarding. Oh, I'm impressed. I'm too scared to even try them. I haven't even queued one up yet. I think I might work on something like that off stream. I think that I might need to do that failure in private. Alone and by myself. I'm going to pull all kinds of stuff because I wonder if they worked on this world quest. This used to be like the worst world quest because the spawn rate sucked. But I do see, stuff here for me to work on. So maybe they've adjusted it. Another week of nomads from Pandaria bosses. Oh, I'm sorry. Picking a race and what you like is valid. Difference in power is tiny these days. Oh, while racing. I see. Because I used to remember hanging out here for like 20 minutes waiting for the Murlocs to spawn. The one around the Colosseum? The Colosseum. I don't know quite what you mean, but I will say that the quest to get our Spark this week that had us empowering like a tier device in Tierhold by channeling it on those big robot dudes, at least in the first couple of hours after servers came up, maybe it's better now. At the time, no fun. I was there for, okay, it felt like an hour. I'm sure it wasn't an hour. It was probably like half an hour, but it was a long time because at first I was doing it wrong. I was finally finding the right mob. And I wasn't even channeling my item because I didn't realize that was needed for quest credit. I kind of thought they were just giving me like a gimme button to make it easier. And I thought, I don't need your silly little shrinking buff. I shall do this on my own. And then I did it on my own and didn't get any credit. So I do that for a while. And then I'm like, oh, I'm at 0%. Oops. And then I started actually using the quest item. But even then, it was really difficult to find available robots to channel on, and it just took quite a while. Round thing near the main city. Can you tell I haven't been playing recently? Round thing near the main city. We might be talking about the same area. Still sucks. Spawn time is horrendous. If you go down into the big well-looking thing, there are more spawn points along the lower levels, kind of in the area where the dungeon entrance is. But even there, it's not like there's millions of them. There's just like a couple extra you can check. Not using the quest item doesn't sound like you, yeah. I mean, I knew that there was a quest item. I just kind of thought that I was too good for it. I kind of thought that I had the option to be, just really, I do so much damage, I don't even need it. Is this thing glowing? No, it's just a purple book. Okay. Hope you're having a great day. Hello, I am having a pretty good day. I hope you're having a good one. Also, do I indulge in gobbling up lots of white and gray transmog? I learned one item, and then I found out that I already knew that appearance. I wanted to learn, can I mog it? Do I have gray stuff in here? I wanted, can I mog it to tell me. Okay, so learn from another item. All right. Okay, so can I mog it is now working, so I can equip this. It's a time-worn belt, but I know it because it shares an appearance with the green one. All right. Here's a gray. Can learn, but it's for plate. So I could send that to Crinkle and she should be able to learn that. All right, okay. Because the kind of what I wanted to do was not really go super out of my way to pick up new items. I just kind of wanted to learn them as they crossed my path. What happened to the hair? I cut it. Sometimes there's haircuts. Nameplate Adam, Plater. I have Plater. I also have my Plater profile available for your personal, plate preferences. Do you dig the new look? Well, thanks. I removed it with some clippers. I decided I wanted to, and then I did it. And so far, 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It'll be 10 out of 10 in a day or so when it stops being so bristly that it gives me headaches when I wear a hat. But without the hat, I feel really good. My fingers are cold, but that's not because of the hair. That's just normal. The worst world quest. I thought it was better for a second because when I landed here, there was all kinds of Gorlocks. And I thought to myself, wow, they've really fixed the spawn rate with this patch. No, I just hit it at a good time. I only need one more, so that's good. Feel the wind in your head now? Early on, it's like Velcro. Exactly, yeah. I'm looking forward to getting a little bit past the Velcro stage. Although it is fun that if it's wet and you go like this, you can like spray. It's like flicking. Well, actually, I don't know what it's like, but you can get a pretty good spray arc if you run your hand back through it while it's wet. Yeah, they're a little bit sharp. The bristle spray. I'm curious as to what it looks like in different periods of regrowth also. I think it'll be kind of fun. And then if it grows and I'm like, I'm not having fun anymore, I know that I like this, so I can just go boo and then remove it again. It'll be great. But used to getting used to them standing upright versus laying down. You can stick little felt guys to your head now. Jabbers, you're right. I don't think I'd really been comprehending all of the ramifications yet. It's like flicking a toothbrush. It's so much fun. You look beautiful, Hazel. Oh, thank you. I figured why should I let all the people that already have short hair have all the fun and all the time in the morning and, easy showers after exercising and all the space in their bathroom cabinets. I put my hair, I didn't get rid of my hairbrushes, mind you. I don't want to have to replace stuff if I grow it out again, but I gathered my hair dryer and brushes and combs and elastics and bobby pins and styling products into a tote bag, and I've put it into a closet. And my bathroom's all like, I don't know, organized now. I wiped down all the drawers, feels all clean. This guy isn't even for the quest. I was just taking it out on him. Although I think I did finish it. Yeah, there we go. I got my reputation. What else is out here? That's for the Centaur. I don't need to do Centaur ones. I do need Dragon Scale Expedition. Let's go catalog some stuff. What if I have a weird shaped head? What if you have a weird shaped head? First of all, genuinely, what if? What's going to happen? Second of all, what qualifies weird, And then third of all, I am of the subjective and personal opinion that anybody can look nice like this. I looked at every photo ever of women shaving their heads, although I think men also look nice. And I liked all of them with it. I don't think there's any qualifying thing that's like, oh, I couldn't pull that off. However, it's everybody's look is very much their own thing. You know what you can do with all that space? Get a dishwasher. What if you like it? What, the dishwasher? Mounted in my bathroom cabinet where I used to keep my hairbrushes? Have you had people wanting to play with it? Some would ask me if they could. I had read in articles about that being a thing of people wanting to pet you. And the reality of my life is that I am very close to a hermit in the woods, except that I don't live in the woods. I have no social life aside from visiting my mother and my sister. I don't talk to people or go places that involve other people. Like if somebody were to pet my head, it would be really weird because I wouldn't know them and they would have come up to me on the street. And also nobody would do that. I have yet to encounter people treating me any differently because I don't encounter people. Oh, what if you don't have a weird head and what if you like it? That's true. What if you do have a weird head and you like it anyways? Huh? I've heard the funny shaped head. I thought I had a funny shaped head. I thought I was gonna look like a thumb. I do look like a thumb a little bit, but his head is normal. I want to, I mean, I guess if I'm over here, I don't really know what I want to do this for, but something. BF always asks before touching someone's bald head at a rave. Generally speaking, asking before touching other people in general is usually a good idea. Count the occasions of people wanting to pet me on the head on one hand, but also not a woman. Thicker neck to look like a thumb. I suppose that is true. I don't have a wildly thick neck. Look a little bit like Millie Bobby Brown. I'll take that as a compliment. She is much younger than me. Without the funky hair, you need to funk up the specs. I do actually want some different glasses, but I think this looks nice. Kind of missing my buzzed hair now. I'd look like an egg. What's wrong with that? Go Team Egg, you know? Tapestry designs with dyeing now. I could. I won't, but I could. Part of the appeal for me is being able to do nothing with it and take no extra money or effort or time. Not nothing, but you know, like I'm don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna wash it, but relative to what I used to do. So any options I have now that involve like any amount of extra money or effort or time are not immediately appealing to me. Maybe one day. Would I go with distinctive signature frames? I don't think I would go too weird. I don't want any frames that are too heavy, visually speaking. I don't want like big, chunky, dark frames. I think I want either quite thin frames in a light color or in a metallic color, or just more frames like this. But I need a stronger prescription, so. I did see the 1007 update. I saw the Heritage armor. What do you think of it? No bedhead. Do you think he'd dye it fun colors? I don't think so. I like it when people do that, but I don't think I want to do it. I like this. Plus, I am honoring my gray hairs by keeping them. Would you ever get LASIK? I don't think so. I like glasses. Honestly, I'm not saying that I was excited when my vision started to deteriorate, but I will say that I wanted to wear glasses well before I needed them. And I didn't do it because it is seen sometimes, correctly so, as a little bit goofy to wear them just for fun. And then I actually needed glasses, and then I thought, well, that works out. So maybe, but currently no, I like wearing glasses. And I'm not super blind. I don't have things are pretty blurry. Things are pretty out of focus if I'm not wearing them, but I can see like oncoming cars and stuff. I can kind of sort of grocery shop if I don't need to read too much. And if I can just recognize shapes of bottles and stuff. So if I need to take off my glasses because they're fogging up with my mask in stores and whatever, I can just take off my glasses. I'm not gonna like walk into people. Whatever happened to iPads and glasses? These things are always sliding. I am, I guess, lucky. I don't have that problem. I have a real, not big, but I have a substantial enough ridge of bone on my nose that it just kind of holds my glasses in place. They do not fall down. They fall down about this far, and then I can push them up this far. But I have a built-in glasses holder. Look at this. Where are they gonna go? Nowhere. Although you can kind of see where my glasses sit right there. It doesn't hurt. My skin just marked really easy. You just walk into doors, I will let it go eventually. That wasn't because my vision was poor. That was because I wasn't paying attention. Don't get me wrong. If I had looked, I would have seen the door. I just didn't think I needed to look where I was going. Take out my nose ring. My glasses kept sliding down on it. Started to hurt. Oh, no. I will let it go eventually. Nose wear. Closed up. I find that if I take my earrings out for longer than like 2 days, it's difficult for me to get them back in because they, even now, and I've had my ears pierced for years and years and years. I got the most recent piercing done, the second one, when I was 19 or 20, I think. And then maybe 18. It was one of those years. I was having a birthday in my very young adulthood, and I decided I wanted to get a piercing. But I just wanted a second piercing in my ears because I wasn't that exciting. And that was the most recent one I had. So I've had them for a long, long time, but they will still, if I leave my earrings out for too long, I have to kind of like muscle the earring back in, which is really painful and not fun. So I try to make sure that I'm always, if I take out earrings, I don't leave myself without earrings for longer than like 1 night is okay, 2 is kind of pushing it. I have the sleeper rings that I usually wear just kind of by default because those are super comfy. I don't feel them at all, and those will keep my ears from becoming unpierced because I like being able to wear earrings. I have turtles in right now. Well, just the one turtle. You must be tired of hearing this, but I yelled out, "What?" when I saw you. Fits you. Oh, thank you. Have to do that. I appreciate that the silver ones are pretty, you get the ones that are good for like sensitive skin or ears or whatever, and I'm in pretty good shape. No chemo. I'm not sick. I just cut my hair. That's all. Good add-on for a mining loop. Should I just have a loop map on my other monitor? You're probably looking for roots. Roots can mark the map, the loop of your choice on your mini map. And then if you use roots in combination with farm HUD, and then gather mate is the third part that can like kind of get your route onto roots. Roots, gather mate, and farm HUD are like a trio of gathering add-ons that can do that exact kind of thing and kind of overlay it as like a trail for you to follow. I don't want to do centaur. No centaur. Who are you? I don't care. Well, maybe I'll care. Let's go kill it and see if I care. Shocked at how fast my alt gathered rep. The primal invasion rare. Yeah, I'm curious if there's any good reason for me to do it that I want. I know that I eventually want to buy the cosmetic, like the pets and the mounts from the Primal Storms, so presumably I want to, you know, do some Primal Storm stuff at some point. I just haven't done it. The other reason is maybe I'll get like a spark or something like that. Maybe I'll get an extra spark. I have one on hand that I haven't crafted anything with because I would probably not craft anything new with a spark until I get another concentrated primal infusion. I am 4 of 10, so I need to do another 16 plus keys. But I think my next concentrated primal infusion, I think I'm going to save it and make an Alacritus Alchemist Stone because I don't like my trinket and I want a new one. I want a better trinket. Whoa. What are we saying? We're saying going a little farther. 380-ish gear. If you want the pet, you kill the elites and non-elites. Okay. Would I get currency from doing the rare? Oh, it's just 1 barrel alone. I'm going to do it for salty Vegemite. Oh, I enjoyed that. I am going to wait for my cooldown here, and then I'm going to pop Lust and Dread. Here, we'll use my staff, get that cooling down. I don't know why I make car shifting noises when I use my staff. That doesn't make any sense at all. All right. So we're going to Dragon Rage, and then a little bit of a Fire Breath, and then a little bit of an Eternity Surge, and then Lust. And then, you know, we'll use a potion. Why not? Oh, and my trinket. I do like 60k in cooldowns. It's not, well, it's single target though. I do more than that in AoE. Finally found out how to unmute everyone, repeat everything. I didn't finish that world quest. Oh, the photographing one? Did I really? Oh, I thought I did. I'll have to go back and do that. Oops. 4k elemental overflow to get both pets in the mount. Okay. How much do I have? Is it a currency? Elemental. Oh, it is a currency. I have 613. Okay, that's not nothing. That's not nothing. We're more than 5% of the way there. Did I get any currency from that? I didn't. I guess he would just join like a farming group, eh? Yeah. I'm out of here. You're right, I'm 90%. I didn't even take all the photos. Oh dear. Nat Geo's never going to call me at this rate. Horse-powered staff, hence the car sounds. It took me a while to break myself of the habit of making the vroom vroom sounds when I was doing dragon races. It was fun for a while, but then it started to get old. I still sometimes make it when I'm driving my actual car, though. Usually, if I've been waiting at a stoplight for a really long time, and then I finally get like my advanced left signal, and then I can go, and I'm pulling out into the intersection, and I go, "It's my turn," because you know no one can judge me. I'm driving, and they can't hear me. They could probably see me, but that's okay. I have yet to get any letters from the city council about it. New haircut? Yeah, why thank you. I did get a haircut. I actually gave myself a haircut. I figured if I want it all one length, I bet I can manage that. I have the technology. You know how I knew it was meant to be? Is the clippers were on sale. They were $10 off at Canadian Tire. I was thinking about doing it, and then I was like, does Canadian Tire carry these clippers? And then I checked, and not only did they carry them, but they were genuinely on sale. And I thought, yeah, okay. That's meant to be, if anything is. Tell me the weirdest thing you saw another driver do while driving yourself. I don't really watch them often. I'm mostly looking at the road. The most I'll look at another driver is to see if they're looking at me, if I'm worried about whether or not they're going to do something really stupid. I don't spend it off. Like if I'm a passenger, then I'll watch people all the live long day because I really enjoy watching people lip sync, or I suppose they're singing. I don't know if they're singing or lip syncing, but I enjoy that. There was one guy that was driving his car slowly and very loudly down a residential street while rapping his heart out in his car. And I enjoyed that because he was just really, truly committed to living his best life, and I think that's admirable. Although I do think he probably could have been a little bit quieter on a residential street, but I didn't live there myself. Details in the tire store. Oh, it's a Canadian Tire. It's a big mega retailer. Kind of like Target, except a little less cute and home goodsy and a little bit more, I don't know, not outdoorsy, but it's not as, it's a little bit less polished and a little bit more utility, but they sell all kinds of stuff. That's where I go if I'm getting garden stuff, fishing stuff, home stuff, you know, kitchen towels, kitchen stuff. They have a huge kitchen section. Works out. Never heard of Farm and Fleet. Yeah, hardware-ish. They do have hardware. They do have an auto center, and they will sell you tires at Canadian Tire, but it's not primarily a tire store anymore. You can buy clippers at a tire store. Canadians get me. Tire and Gold didn't limit their range. Good quality, affordable camping gear. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to promote them too much because they don't pay me to do that, and I'm sure no company is perfect. I've heard that sometimes working there, like, you know, working at any big retail place, but working there is not always the best thing ever. But yeah, they do camping and outdoor stuff. Yeah, it is kind of like Canadian Fred Meyer. They do not do grocery. So if you're trying to get like your milk and eggs there, at least not at the ones in town. Maybe in like Ottawa, they'll have weird Canadian Tires that will sell you eggs, but they do not have grocery. But they do have like snacks and coffee pods and stuff. Princess Auto is great if you love actual garbage. You want to bring that garbage into your home. Good deals when they have deals. You know what they've done is they've modernized really effectively. It's the only retailer that I genuinely have their app on my phone and I genuinely use it. It's super helpful. All right, this is going to sound like a Canadian Tire ad, but not only can I like activate my deals, which is obviously like a BS thing they make you do so that you know what's on sale so that you're more likely to like go buy something, but it's very effective. The point system, genuinely, if you work it, you can earn a fair amount of money that you can redeem on basically anything. And then the thing that I like about the app is that it's a huge store. They have like a big mega center in town that I'll go to, and the app, like I can look up an item on the thing. It'll tell me if they have it in stock. It'll tell me how many they have in stock, and it'll tell me what aisle it's in, which is super helpful because I don't want to talk to anybody. So being able to be like, oh, clippers are in aisle 127. I can just kind of march in the store and head right over there. I can also, with the app, scan the thing on the shelf and it'll tell me like reviews and stuff, which is kind of handy. It's the most modern store I've shopped at, which I thought was cool. But yeah, I'm going to stop advertising for a company that does not sponsor me now. Clip this, ask them to sponsor. I know, right? I'm sure they've had their share of controversies, and I'm sure they're probably not always great to everybody. And I hope that they take care of their employees. Everybody that I've worked with there has always been very helpful. I had a great manager experience once, but like, you know, it's like any store. I don't want to go to bat for them because they're a company, and I'm sure they've done some terrible things. Zero Duckies, thank you for the brand new sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Also, Aaron with a 16-month resub. Who are you, and what did you do to Hazel? Listen, I wasn't gonna say it, but I ate her. Buzzcut looks good. Why, thank you. Worked on CT Mark's email marketing campaigns. They went very deep about 5 years ago. Well, they did a hell of a job. Whatever they're doing is doing work for them. Why does WoW look better on your stream? I don't know. Could be stream settings, could be game settings. I run natively at 4K and then downscale it for stream, but honestly, I don't really know. I don't think it always looks good. I think I have my view distance down pretty low. Who doesn't like eating hazelnuts, right? Hazel 2.0, built for speed. Love the way you're dragging. Really? You like my Cliffside Wilder Drake? You know what? I kind of like him too, actually. I think his little mohawk is kind of funny. Look at his little fin. I want to unlock more options for everything, but you know, one thing at a time. I like that there's a bird on the tree. That's kind of cool. Oh, over here. Use rocks. I don't think I've done this hunt before. Oh, I don't need to do hunts anymore. I'm exalted with the centaur. I did it. I'm 25. I don't need to do it. What am I doing? I'm leaving. I came out here to do not Tuskar. I need Veldraken Accord and Dragonscale Expedition. So I need to do climbing quests and rafting quests and then dragon racing quests. But I'm not going to push too hard to get like renown rep, like bonus Paragon cash rep, pardon me, on my main because it doesn't feel worth it. I've gotten one Paragon cash for the Tuskar and it had like kind of whatever in it. So I'm not too fussed. Could get shovels, look for dirt. I have shovels. Don't I? Did I run out of shovels? I ran out of shovels. You know what? I don't need them though, because, well, I guess I need the rep a little bit, but I'm kind of content to just let the world quest thing run. I needed the shovels for the profession weekly, but I've done that now, at least for now. I guess I'll need them next week. You know what? We'll just pick them up. I can't believe I ran out of shovels. I had so many charges. What happened to me? Oh, should I make it so it doesn't sell gray gear anymore? I should, shouldn't I? Did it not sell? Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Auto vendor did not sell these gray fan braces because they weren't equipped yet. They're BOE and they're not equipped. Okay, so I don't have to worry about my auto vendor vendoring that stuff, I don't think. Unless that's inconsistent, but... Because I was going to send those to my warrior so she could learn them, because apparently I need that appearance. I don't think the WeakOra gets updates like an add-on does, so if they push changes to the WeakOra, you would probably need to go either update it or get it again somehow. I would probably just get it again. I didn't really customize any changes to it that I can't do it again. You can get a Wago add-on to manage it. Oh, fancy. I didn't even know there was a Wago add-on. Latrix is smart about that now. Which I appreciate because I completely forgot. I was going to turn it off and then babysit it myself until I had heard something. But I appreciate that they made that change before I could do that. So now I know I can just leave it on. If I used more WeakOras, well, yeah. This is really the only WeakOra that I would want to get updated, so I think for just the one, I don't mind doing it manually. If I had a bunch of them, then maybe. And I do have a bunch of WeakOras, but a lot of them are so simple that it's like, what could you possibly update about this? It's tracking a buff up time, you know? Favorite and least favorite world quests? I I like the dragon racing as like a nice default. Those are just fun and rewarding. I like that you get a chance at manuscripts. I like that you get 500 gold. I like that they're fast. I like the Valor and a quarter rep. It's hard to go wrong with those. Least favorite, there are a couple that are just rough. The Gorlock killing one where you're the mind-controlled Gorlocks and also the supplies in the Onaran Plains comes to mind, but that's just because I just did that one. There was another one I was complaining about the other day. There's a couple rough ones. Herbs, okay. I guess there's Vol'Drak and a quarter up for doing this elite world quest. Plus it would give me Cobalt. I may want to do Cobalt assembly eventually. Just for the sake. What else am I going to get? Gold? It's 500 gold. I don't... we'll join a group. It'll be fast. It'll be fast. Least favorite has to be the bugged climb. It's so funny to me that... Oh, Lush Rye the Bark. It's so funny to me that world quest is named... Are you kidding me? Because it's just the funniest name for a quest that is almost always broken. That and the Field of Ferocity, which makes many people feel more ferocious. Although, Field of Ferocity has actually been working for me recently. So you can join a raid group, apparently. Word on the street. Hey, an herb. That's nice. Don't mind if I do. Low-hanging fruit. That one's not so bad because, at least for me, in my opinion, that one's not so bad because it's got a pretty long range on the fruit tagging thingy. Click the arcane orbs to get anima powers? Yeah. Imbu one, common the water element. Ooh, that's a bad one. that one is not my favorite. I don't want to make my map an arcane blob. I won't do it. Didn't for me last week. I had upgrades for it. Oh no. Maybe I've just had good luck. I've been doing okay with Field of Ferocity recently. I'm definitely getting progress. It's just I think this chart. Oh, there we go. There's some stuff. I want to use my staff. Is this gonna stun me? Maybe. Yeah. Bummer. Dad puns weaker. I do not. Make a macro for the fruit. Shoot it super fast. I have a macro to press the extra action button, so that's keybound. You can make a macro that also includes the targeting. Oh, I'm getting elemental overflow. That's kind of nice. Because I need that too. I guess maybe this area has been like invaded. Oh no, I'm not going that far down just for Hawk and Blue. Cobalt Catastrophe. Up we go. Yeah, if we make our own name, Dad puns organically. Free range. You know, farm to table dad jokes. Every time you wipe in a raid, it puts a pun in instance chat. Oh, that is tempting, actually. That would be pretty good. Oh, I'm so excited about the trading post. I'm impatient. I don't want to wait until February. I will, but I don't want to. It'll be fun. I don't know what I'm going to get first. I guess I don't even know if it's going to have the same batch of purchasables that it had in the PTR. Because the PTR had, every time I checked it at least, it had a pretty consistent set of, stuff on it. And I didn't know if that was going to be our first round or not. And if it is, I don't know what I'm going to get from it. There's a couple of really cool Transmog pieces that were really unique. Getting skinning knowledge isn't my favorite. So slow. I want to buy the pink cloak in the hood. Everything was on fire, so it's fire invasion. Oh, okay. What is the quest that I discovered? Extinguishing hot fire. That is bring a primal quarter with Elshi quest. Because we're in a primal storm. I've somehow managed to happen into a group that was farming primal storm stuff and cobalt assembly. Double whammy. I'm I am almost to rank 3 of 5 with the Cobalt Assembly. Is the Cobalt Assembly rep vendor around anywhere? Maybe I would feel more motivated if I saw what I was farming for. I think I just need to find the right thing on the vendor, and then I'll want to actually do this. So far, the reason I'm 2 of 5 is because of these world quests. Every once in a while, I'll do one, and I'll happen to get a couple of pieces of, I'll loot a few of the little thingies while that's going on. That's about it. Leech, that's fine. Very close, just to the east of here? Oh, okay. Double Cobalt Wavy. East of here, east of here. Hoping not too big a grind. Gives you good points for all content. Want the flail? Straight up don't have enough flails in the game. Prop Paladin have literally one. Yeah, it looked really cool. It looked really cool. You know what I haven't done, actually, that would probably help me? Is, welcome to the assembly. I could go speak to Zavin over here. Hello. View Cobalt Assembly abilities. Oh! Okay. I didn't know there was a tech tree. Oh, let's get some extra rep gain. These aren't even very expensive. Oh, I need to get medium to get those ones. Okay, all right, if you insist. Okay. How can I help repower? All right. Is your friend? Okay, your friend's a quartermaster. Okay, all right. Transmute frost, which is not useful. That is a tailoring recipe, leatherworking recipe, tailoring recipe. The 389 ring that I finally don't need anymore. Ooh, Highland Drake spined head. I would like that. Some cosmetics. What do they look like? Cobalt Guardian stuff. No, I'm okay. I don't think I would wear that. What about the weapons? There's a kind of last. Okay, so it's like blue colors of the dragon stuff. Hi, baby girl. Hey, sweetie. That's kind of a cool staff. So it's basically, I don't see any pets. I don't see any mounts. Basically just transmog and then those rings. So I don't think, maybe I'm good, you know? Yeah, Kira's still here. She's, it's funny. Yesterday was my day off, so I didn't stream. And she didn't know that, I suppose. I gave her a calendar, but she doesn't seem to reference it very often. She's a cat. And around 9 a.m. she came and sat in my office and got up in the arm of my chair and meowed at me and looked at me like, Mom, you're late. It was very cute. Yeah, they have recipes, but nothing that I need. The only alchemy one, I'm alchemy herb. There's an alchemy recipe that allows me to transmute Awakened Frost, which is a transmute that I'm pretty sure I would genuinely never do. It seems bad. Seems not good. Top end key pushers use those rings. Cursed with that ring since it came out. I did, yeah, I mirrored the camera. So the text will be a little bit backwards. Fire was super bad until 1 week ago. Now it's the best. New Heritage Armor preview is out? Yeah, we looked at it earlier on stream. What do you think? I like the orc one a lot. I'm not a huge fan of the human one. It's all right. I think I might use pieces of it on... I guess I don't play a human anymore, so I suppose this doesn't matter. But I thought the orc one looked really good. This group is not giving me the fastest credit ever for my world quest here. I wonder why that is. Oh, transmute fire, I see. Orc one needed some red. There's also the Storm one and the Orgrimmar Guard armor though, and I understand that they probably wanted to distinguish it so that they felt a little bit different because they do, you know, it's kind of like a specific look. 56. I wonder if this group is too big and I'm just not getting tags on mobs or something. I don't know. Oh, I should have done the other one. I'm going to laser that one down really fast. I got the Evoker staff, the heroic Evoker staff, out of my vault this week. I have a Carnilex, the first light, and I'm having so much fun with it. I get myself into big fat trouble during keys, because I'm a healer. I'm in there doing my preservation evoker thing, and my tank's like, you know, it's bolstering, it's fortified. He's getting damaged, emotionally and otherwise, by the mobs that he's fighting. And I'm over there just like, just not healing in the slightest. Like, I'll throw a double reversion on him and be like, you're good for 10 seconds. Right? Yeah, cool. Okay, see you later. I'm going to go cast my staff now. Such a great staff. It's so fun. I guess a little bit. I had crafted myself a hex sword. I'd used a concentrated primal infusion to make a 418 hex sword. So I kind of wish I hadn't done that, but you never, you can't predict something like getting a weapon out of vault like that. Plus, I also, I don't know, I got a good week's worth of use out of the hex sword, and it still got good stats. I'll keep it in my bank. Maybe one day I'll get just like maybe they'll add like a legendary evoker offhand that lets you just kind of, chew on a golden time apple and then be able to reset your reversion cooldown or something. See, I should make trinkets. It's a great idea. Definitely balanced. Yeah, I did cut my hair myself at home. I did have help. I didn't do it physically alone the entire time. I had someone come over and help me with the buzz, but because I couldn't. You know what? I actually could reach the back of my head all right, but I just couldn't see if it was even. Promise me in Ruby Life Pools you'll move out of the hail bomb. I mean, I think if I don't, I'll die. I think if I do not move out of the hail bomb, I will be deceased. Such a great staff. They were already given it in Wad Garrison Scrapyard. Yeah. And it looks a bit different than that, but not quite. This World Quest is nasty. It is kind of hard. A little bit tricky. The buzzoning. Learn to the back of your head by touch. Yeah, I think I would. I think I would eventually. It also occurred to me that if the back of my hair is not particularly, it does not look perfect, it doesn't really matter. No one's gonna see. I make basically no content that features the back of my head. I never see the back of my head. If I'm outside, I'm probably wearing a hat, if only just to keep the sun off of my head. It didn't seem like it was going to be a big deal if it was like a little bit choppy back there. So, while I'm sure I will improve over time. And it's pretty good right now, especially when you're taking it this short. It's kind of like a, that feels funny. When you take it this short, it's pretty, you just keep doing it until it's gone. But tiny mullet. Turn kitty cam into back of head cam. Hope you haven't gotten DC'd mid-flight while dragon riding. Not recently. Bring back the rat tail. See in the back of your head, you already passed them. Right? Exactly. I am running out of ways that I can reclaim time in my day, though. Eventually, sooner or later, I will have finally cleaned up my schedule to the point that I have to face the fact that there are other reasons why I don't just sit down and get things done. I can only really reclaim an extra, 15 minutes a day if I stop wearing makeup. Or if I stop wearing eye makeup, really. Because foundation and eyebrow pencil will just kind of come off when I'm washing my face anyways. But if I'm wearing mascara, that I actually need to take off with a special cleanser. What would reclaim time out of my day? A countertop dishwasher. Betcha you're right. Do you like the new heritage armor for human and orcs? I do like it. I like the orc one a little bit better. If anybody wanted me to pick. Sleep is overrated. Oh, I disagree. I think sleep is of utmost importance, at least to me. Sleep is highly important to me. I value it and defend it ferociously. Happy you followed your plan and did it. Well, thank you. I feel good too. We'll save time. Dragon ride only if absolutely necessary, hoping for regular flying to come back. I appreciate that the bot doesn't yell at me for all capsing that. I didn't turn the bot off, did I? Do we have commands? Exclamation fish? Bloop bloop. Okay, no, bot's still on. That's good. I have been doing this world quest since the beginning of time. I think I could do this faster on my own. I think that shard is not having it. Or maybe in a 5-person group. The older I get, the more I appreciate naps. Felt that way about Storm's Fury today too. The Primalist monster, which I noticed, the N in monster is not capitalized when you mouse over it on the map, and it looks a little bit funny. because I'm the worst. The Primalist monster takes an exceedingly long time to kill. And I mean, that's fine, I suppose. It gives time for people to show up. But I think that they might adjust that at least a little bit. It's a bit excessive. Want to go quest, but I have to work some more? Well, clothies wear the armor too. Plate wearing mage. Yeah. I mean, it'll be armor type agnostic, so you could. Sometimes I kind of like sets that don't match an armor type like that, so that I can wear stuff like, you know, the plate wearing mage or the cloth wearing plate wear. The Venthyr dress robes in particular, I think are really cool because you can wear those in any armor type. The ones that I was wearing on my evoker for a while, and before I put on this outfit. All right, 87%. We're getting there. I can solo this stuff pretty well now. There we go. Oh, I've hidden my UI. I want to find something I can laser. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's so fun. That is so fun. I used to miss my primal fire trinket. It's one of the world quest trinkets that does like a little fire punch that does a lot of damage. And when I was freshly level 70 on my main, I had that, and it was the best thing ever for just kind of doing world quests or like, you know, fighting a bear that attacked me if I landed to pick an herb. And I'd missed having that, but it was item level 316, so I eventually had to face the music and replace it. And I didn't really care enough to make an extra set to swap it in when I was world questing. And now this can be part of my main regular gear set, and it does the same thing. Don't hurt bears. Listen, the bear started it. Reminds me of the Mechagon laser trinket. What was I trying to hit when I accidentally turned off my UI? I don't know. My fingers are kind of cold. I think at a certain point you're just pressing buttons. Went with a buzz cut with no barbers were available at the start of the pandemic. Never looked back. Not as dramatic for me. I would love to, I mean, I guess it was a bit dramatic for me because it felt like a big choice to make, but I think it's probably less dramatic than it would have been like 5 years ago. I think lots of people, women included, shaved their hair very short during the pandemic. So I think that people have kind of seen it by now. I highly doubt that I'm the first woman with very short hair that you've seen in your life. It's not as dramatic or subversive as it used to be. And that's good because the more normal it is, then the more people will feel like it's an agreeable option that they can take if they want it, because it's very convenient and comfy. Yeah, I got my hair. My Halscan brimmed hat is now a cosmetic. I no longer have to change out of my armor ever again. Okay, I did that. I want to talk to Zavin one more time because I swear I did, but I guess maybe we have to do it again. And then I should probably... Oh, I didn't talk to the right person. Hello. Oh, it's because I got another level of stuff that I can buy. Yeah, okay, you can just take my stuff. That's fine. Research cost. Neat. You know what that was worth doing? You know why that was worth doing? Is because I had been ignoring that Welcome to the Assembly quest since Dragonflight came out, and now it's off of my map. I can stop having my map kind of gently lead me back towards the Cobalt Assembly when I don't want to go. Alright, going back to Thaldraszus, and then I'm going to start to sort of wrap this up. Yeah, people have seen 11. Sinead O'Connor. I had never heard of her until I started talking about shaving my hair, and then I looked her up, and holy smokes. In the 90s, early 2000s, there's some videos of her performing, and she has the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen in my life on anybody. I arrived exactly when you talk about it. Hi. Came up a couple times. Yeah, she's really good. Oh yeah, I was gonna send that gray item to my warrior so she could learn them. Sigourney Weaver shaved for one of the Alien movies. You know, I have something to tell you. I, for the longest time, thought that Sigourney Weaver was a famous marine biologist because the only thing I knew the name Sigourney Weaver from was the sequel to Finding Nemo, where they're escaping from an aquarium and there's a voice on the PA system that says, "I'm Sigourney Weaver, welcome to the aquarium," etc., etc. So I thought she was some kind of a ocean specialist. I had no idea she was in entertainment. I've gotten this off my chest. I feel much better now. I was sending this to Crinkle. I still don't know if I've seen her in anything. My general film education is a bit lacking in spaces. Yeah, I don't know if I did learn it. I'm gonna hop on Inksy and check her bank. Or no, it would be Hazeling. You know, I can give her hair back now. she's allowed to have hair again. I think I'm gonna leave my evoker bald, but I think my priest can have her hair back. This route thing you told me about rules? Oh, nice. Go watch Alien. I'm Sigourney Weaver, right? Okay, so she's going to, although I did love it with the dress. I thought this looked really cool. However, she can have her ponytail back. Give me hair. That's the one. And then in her bank, I should have, because this was my Shadowlands main. So I think I saved a Dangui that I can learn. As a cat, you might like it. Oh, in Alien? She was in Avatar? I haven't seen Avatar in a long time. Although they made a sequel, didn't they? I liked Avatar when it first came out, but that's because it was, I was a kid/teenager, and I thought it was cool that I could watch movies on my iPod Touch. That was the phase of my life I was in. All right, Transmog wise. How come it doesn't have the can I mog it mark on it? I've got a formal Dangui, which is an item that very, 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 very rarely spawns on a vendor and sells in the auctionist for a lot of gold. Flabby nabbed one for me, which we appreciate very much. It's a dress that looks like that. Equip. There we go. Ghostbusters? Don't think anyone hasn't seen Ghostbusters. I don't think I've seen Ghostbusters. I'm familiar with the premise. Something Luigi's Haunted Mansion. I guess I haven't really played that either. I had one of them for the Game Boy. I should stop. I'm gonna wrap up for the day. I will be back tomorrow morning, same time, same place, same hair, because I don't think it's changing anytime soon. Probably a different t-shirt. I will, man, it's really easy to style yourself in the morning when the question is, which t-shirt are you gonna put on? I like that. I appreciate you guys and your company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.